Hi, Casey. How's it going, guys?
Oh yes, bring the light down on me. This is great. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone's doing great. Okay. Thank you. More, please. More. So, quick house rules. If you guys can pull out your phones, check into Facebook, hashtag Seacret Wisconsin, Seacret WI, whatever you want to do. Something with Seacret. Make everyone be like, what's Seacret? You know, it's a secret. And then turn your phones on silent because you don't want to miss any of the information tonight. We have some of the best leaders ever, and I actually have the honor and privilege of introducing one of my favorite people in this entire market. I don't like to play favorites, but she's absolutely amazing. I had the privilege of living with this woman, getting to look up to her, get to learn straight from her. She's the best with leadership. She has so much to offer. She's helped so many people with their success. I want to give a warm welcome for Cherise Pliss.
Hi guys. What's up, Milwaukee? How are you? Go Badgers, go Birds, right? You got a double whammy today? Awesome. Well, let me clarify something. That was Casey Jones, and the only reason he lived with me is because that is my daughter's boyfriend. Don't worry, baby. Everything's fine. But Casey did not say much about himself. It was like really weird. It was really awkward. Casey, yes, he did spend some time living in the household with my fiance Tony and I and my daughter. And this kid, man, he is on fire. He is just blazing trails in this market right now. And it's just been an honor to get to know him and to work with him and marry my daughter. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I just say? I was just kidding. Never mind. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Great. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you guys for giving a couple of minutes of your time to me this evening. As Keith mentioned, my name is Cherise Pliss. I am a proud Seacret agent now for over 3.5 years. And I was actually introduced to this company, like I said, a little over 3.5 years ago. And the gentleman that was standing in front of the room, just as I am kind of standing in front of the room now, he had made a little over $4 million in a previous company. And he was standing up here just the way I'm standing up here. He was talking to people, spitting on people. I promise I won't spit on the front row. He was spitting all over them. And he was talking about skincare, and he was talking about Seacret. And I thought to myself, this dude, education, in fact, didn't even graduate high school, standing in front of the room, spitting all over the front row, and he's talking to a bunch of people about skincare. And I thought, man, if he can do it, I for sure can do it. You know, and so it was an amazing epiphany, I guess. And I've been a retail manager for the last several years with a couple of high-end name brands such as BCBG, Max Sazerac, and Victoria's Secret. And I've gotten the honor and privilege to lead several different teams within those, retail environments. But let me just tell you about the retail environment. After a while, I worked because I retired from retail. I worked a lot of weekends away from my family. I worked a lot of evenings away from my family. I worked every holiday because I was a retail manager. So it was, I was required to be there. And so while everybody else was enjoying the holidays and spending time with the people they love, I could only dream about those things. I could only wish that I was, sitting down at a dinner table with my fiance and my daughter and my mom and my dad. But because of this opportunity, those dreams have become reality. And like I said, I just retired last week from full-time retail, and I am so happy to be here with all of you tonight to just kind of share some of our company, a little bit about our background. But I'm going to talk to you more specifically just about the product. Another second half of this. You guys are ready? Say aye. Aye. Awesome. Let's move. All right. So who is Seacret? We are an international luxury skincare brand. We were founded in 2005. We were partnered with one of the world's largest and most respected manufacturers in this industry. Is anybody in this room heard of L'Oreal? Yes, I had heard of L'Oreal previously coming into this company. You think being a woman, I would know a little bit more about L'Oreal, and I had no idea. I just thought, oh, L'Oreal. Like you see them in Target, you see them in Walgreens, just thinking about that. I had no idea, no clue until I joined with this company that they are a skincare conglomerate. They are responsible for netting about $26 billion a year, and that's because they own 500 plus brands, not just L'Oreal. L'Oreal is just the namesake. So has anybody in the room ever heard of Armani? Lancome, Kiehl, Redken, the body shop, you name it, we can keep going. But that is what L'Oreal is really truly responsible for. And they also have a facility on the banks of the Dead Sea. They approached our CEO and founder and they said, hey, we love your product, we want to buy you out. And our CEO flat out said, thanks, but no thanks. This is a lot of zeros on that check, but I'm going to pass. We have 1,000 kiosks that are running around the country right now. And those are all of our friends and our family that are operating these kiosks. And my friends and family, they're just not for sale. And just to think about the integrity that came behind those words that our CEO said, I'm sure L'Oreal was floored and they probably have never had anybody say to them, no, when you are $26 million, taking in $26 million a year, stroke a check with that. They said, you know what? We don't want anybody else. I'm sure there's a second best Dead Sea skincare company out there, but we don't want second best because we're L'Oreal. We want the best. So they reapproached our CEO and they said, you know, we would still like to work with you. So the first time ever in the history of L'Oreal, we are a third-party business partner with them. So they do not own us, but they do manufacture us. So we actually still have control of the direction of our company, but they provide the quality, the consistency, the science that comes with our products. We have done over $1 billion in retail product sales, and that's billion with a B. So just thinking about, you know, how huge that is from a retail side of things. And we've been located in some of the most prestigious malls in the world. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this really quick. Does anybody know what that is?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a kiosk. Now, does anybody in this room, be honest, you can be honest, get excited when you wake up in the morning and say, oh, I've got my Saturday afternoon totally free. I think I'm gonna go see what's on sale at the kiosks in the mall. Anybody? Woo! Yeah, Jamie Woods, I knew I had to take her. Right, no, nobody does. And in fact, if you've ever been to the mall before and you've seen a kiosk, typically what do? You avoid it, right? Because it's like a little landmine sitting right in the middle of the mall, and you're trying to get to the Victoria Station body shop, and there's these people that are trying to pull you in with their little tractor beams to sell you whatever they've got at that kiosk, but you're not having it. Well, just think about this. In this very hostile environment where we started selling our products at retail, we did over $1 billion in product sales. Now, my mentor always said success leaves clues. That is a huge clue if you are thinking about this from a business standpoint, because to do $1 billion in product sales in a hostile environment in the middle of the mall where nobody wants to stop and talk to you quickly and show you instant results. And that is how we were able to do $1 billion in retail sales in the key. So here's a little fun fact I like to share with everybody. The skincare industry is predicted to grow from 200 billion with a B to over 400 billion by 2016. So wow, guys, it's going to double within the next couple of years. Again, success leaves clues if you're looking at this as a business opportunity. So what's our niche, right? So formulation, we have the perfect blend of science and nature. We use the most advanced technologies in skincare. We have patented and clinically proven products. Does anybody know what patented means? No one else has it and nobody else can duplicate it. So what is ours is solely ours, and you will not see that duplicated anywhere else. We also contain plant extracts, essential oils, and Dead Sea minerals. So some fun facts, right, about the Dead Sea. It's the lowest point on Earth at 1,388 feet below sea level. There are 26 minerals, a unique combination of 12 exclusive only to those waters. You will not be able to find those 12 minerals in any other body of water anywhere else around the world. I promise you, if you go down to Lake Michigan this summer, you go to Bradford Beach and you rub yourself with all of that mud and all of that dirt and all the toxins and the pollutants and God knows what else is floating in that water, you're not gonna get that, right? Your skin's not gonna glow, you're not gonna look amazing. It is about the Dead Sea. It has over 33% salt content, and it was visited by ancient royalty like Cleopatra and the Queen of Sheba. Cleopatra, anybody heard of her before? Ooh, right, she was a MILF. Let's be honest. Everybody loved her. She actually wrote in her journals, and she attributed her beauty to the Dead Sea. Now, imagine taking a car ride 60 minutes somewhere. Some people get antsy, right? Car rides aren't for everybody, road trips aren't for everybody. But what she did, because she loved this body of water so much, she got on the back of a camel, like this, and she rode it 60 days. Wrote it 60 days, not 60 minutes, to the Dead Sea, so that she could set up shop, lay in the mud, bathe in the salt, and get that rejuvenation that she was looking for. Then she got back on her camel, right? This way. 60 days all the way back to where she came from, just to lay in this body of water. That's 120 days. There's 365 days in the year, guys. Do the math. How much of that is eaten up by time just to travel to the Dead Sea? Must have been something pretty serious if she was going 120 days out of 365 to this body of water to lay in it. And it's also known for its transformative properties and its skincare benefits as well. So, body products, you guys, who's got a body? All right, we keep this really simple. Men, where's my men at? All right, lots of men in the room, and I love to see all the men in the room. And guys, I know that sometimes we have to color code things and keep it very simple for you. So these are our body products, and the body products go on the body. Awesome. You guys are secret agents. You can be secret agents. I love it. And we've got a great line of body products, you guys. There's our nail care collection kit right over here on the end. Biggest selling nail care collection kit on the planet. Salt and oil. Anybody get to use salt and oil in the front lobby there? How are your hands feeling? Quite amazing, right? Amazing exfoliator. So we've got an exfoliator for the body over here. We've got a hand cream that is absolutely out of this world. Is there anybody in the room that has to constantly sanitize? Any bartenders? Anybody that works in the medical profession? Got a couple of you guys in here. This product is going to do wonders for you, especially if you have to constantly wash and sanitize. And we find that a lot of people that work in the medical field or work in professions where they have to constantly sanitize love this product because those sanitizers dry and crack your hands consistently. And when you're putting on a normal lotion, what happens is because it's topical, you go to sanitize and wash your hands again and it washes right off. But not this hand cream. And my future mother-in-law is a great example of it because she was an RN and she would have to sanitize and wash her hands 20 times a day and then reapply lotion every time. Her hands would get dry, they would crack. But because of the shea butter that's in this and all of the really great ingredients that we put in from the Dead Sea and the minerals, she went from moisturizing each and every time she sanitized to only 2 to 3 times a day. It saved her hands. We have a great soap, a mineral soap. It's great for everyday use. It's great on all skin types as well. Anybody like lotions or body butters? I love my body butter. In fact, my fiance says I look like I'm frosting a cake when I put my body butter on because I go through so much of it and I love it so much. A little bit of our body solutions. And next, these are facial solutions. And these would go on the face. Love it. I love you guys. You're awesome. So these are our products in our facial solution. We've got our clarifying mineral rich mud right here. Really great for acne, prone skin, oily skin. We've also got our mud soap right here. This little bar of soap. Let me just tell you. We have a lot of drive-bys that happen in front of my house for this bar of soap. Let me just tell you, I'm afraid of what my neighbors actually think of me and what I do in my household for a living because there are constantly agents like wheeling and dealing for this mud soap. And the reason being is this, you guys. It's straight mud derived from the Dead Sea. It has so many wonderful, it's just enriched with so many wonderful minerals and mud that it's great with acne. It's great with eczema. It's great with some wonders. And it is actually the least expensive product in our product line, and that little bar of mud soap will do wonders. Yes, when you see the drive-bys happening, it's for the mud soap. We have got our aftershave balm. We had to bottle something and put the word man on it. But I will tell you guys that I use the aftershave. And so we also have a great couple of face exfoliators right here. We've got our apricot scrub. Really nice smells. Anybody in desserts because I've battled and struggled with acne. So it's one of my favorites to exfoliate with. And this as well. On there. This is our green line, or special about fused with peptide technology. So what peptides do is it stimulates the reproduction of collagen. When we start to reach our 30s, we start to slowly diminish in that collagen production. It just naturally kind of fades away with age. So what this does is it mimics the collagen and it reduces the appearance of expression lines, smiles, frown and thinking lines, and its ideas for those that are looking to prevent fine lines and wrinkles going forward in the future, right? Like as for me, I am actually 108 because of these products. I look 38. I know, I'm telling you guys, there's nothing like these products on the planet. So here's some really great before and after pictures I'd like to share with you guys, if that's okay. So take a look at this, 20 minutes, right side, look at this eye and compare it to this eye. This is with our eye serum and our eye cream, which I use every single day. 20 minutes, these types of results. Now, if you could show somebody these types of results in 20 minutes, do you think you have a customer for life, yes or yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. This lady, my fiance cracks me up because he always talks about the before and after picture, right? Has anybody in the room ever seen like before and after pictures of people that had like before they were hooked on drugs and like after they were hooked on drugs? So he always says like this was the before and after of like, oh, she was such a good girl before she got hooked to methamphetamines, and like this is the after. So really what it is this, and this is her after using our AD line, our green line. I believe this is 2 months, correct? This is 2 months of her using the eye serum and the cream, and a couple of other products that we have mixed in there. Now, again, let me ask you, if you could take somebody and go from this to this, do you think you have a customer for life, yes or yes? Absolutely. This is our Recover Mask, guys. This is our, as we lovingly like to call it, our Botox in a box. It has patented nanotechnology, and you will see dramatic results within 15 minutes. And I know this because I have done so many wild parties in my 3.5 years here with this company, and we have gotten to see firsthand what this mask can achieve in about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to share with you guys some before and after pictures. Take a look at this. Wow. Look at this. Concentrate on this part. And 15 minutes later with that Recover Mask, do you have a customer for life, yes or yes?
Yes.
Absolutely. The Gobbler. Woo, he's my favorite. All right, guys. So this is what I like to call the Gobbler. Okay? Now, has anybody ever watched like a red carpet show, the Oscars, the Grammys, something like that, and you see those beautiful girls clad in their gowns and all of their jewels, and they have all this work done, right? Their skin looks tight and amazing, and then they turn their head and you look at that little flap just hanging there in the wind. Like, it's like they don't. Exactly. Well, that is because, you guys, all the money that these celebrities have, right? You cannot perform surgery on that part of the neck. It's really impossible. I don't care how much money you have or who you are. The layer of skin here is way too thin for any of that. You cannot also inject it with Botox. No, can't do that. So what we can do with our nanotechnology patented Recover Mask is we can not only apply the mask to the face to help with the wrinkles, but we can also apply to the neck. So you can go from Happy Thanksgiving to Happy Life, right? Beautiful, beautiful. We're changing lives with these products. All right, guys, and this is one of our leaders, Jesse McPherson. This is his mother. She was a skeptic. I'm sure as many of you sitting in the room probably are. I was myself, believe me, because of my challenges. I didn't think anything would ever work on my face. But she actually used the Recover Mask, and if you just take a look at a lot of the frown lines right down here, the crow's feet right up here, and then her after 15 minutes later with the Recover, diminished. Now, I want to point out, you guys, this is an 8-week treatment, so this is one package 15 minutes after we took the mask off. These layers, these results layer on each other because it is physical, it's not chemical. So every week when you use it, those layers will build upon each other. So if you can take this and see this in 15 minutes, imagine what you're going to look like after an 8-week treatment. It's incredible. People's minds are like blown from these products. I promise you. I promise you. Another before and after. This is actually one of my favorites because I really like the difference in the eyes and the cheeks right here. Huge. Some more before and after you guys are getting, right? Pretty incredible results. That being said, thank you all for giving me a couple of minutes to entertain you and entertain myself. I'm going to get out of the way, actually, because as much as I love the products, we're going to talk a little bit about how we can make some money within this company and have some fun. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So, the next gentleman I'm about to bring up, I do live with him, too. This is just getting so bad for me. I do live with this next gentleman, and we do love him very dearly. And the reason for that being is that he is my fiance. And I was very, very honored to not only be able to, find a lot of success and opportunity and great people in this business, but I also met and fell in love with my fiance in this business. And if anybody here knows Tony, he loves to have fun. He's just a goofball. There's nothing that's too serious that you can't, it's like the guy's just such a positive dude. And I love him so much for that. He seriously was the first secret agent here in Milwaukee and really helped lead the expansion here in the Midwest. And he's just blazing trails and Our team loves them, and I love them. And if you could all just applause for my fiance. Let go.
All right, how's everyone doing? Good. You guys excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna have some fun. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I kind of like it when it's a smaller group because then I can say whatever I want, right? Yeah. So we're gonna make really inappropriate comments. So, all right. So before we get started, real quick, some of you are probably like wondering, like, who's this weird dude up here? A little bit about me, so we're not strangers, okay? Especially for the guests in the room. My name is Tony Jean Greco. I've been involved with Seacret since June of 2011. Right? Actually, I was introduced to Seacret by, remember she was talking about that weird dude in front of the room spitting on everybody? That was my friend John, okay? He's a multi-millionaire, a venture capitalist, a world-class entrepreneur. The guy's just incredible. When John approached me about Seacret, he actually didn't tell me what it was. All I knew is that the guy had made about $4 million in relationship marketing, $1 million in commercial real estate investments, owned his own restaurant, mixed martial arts promotion company. His wife was a published author, and they own their own publishing company. So would you say the guy's successful? Right? Then when he told me skin, because how many of us know we all got egos? Right? How many of us know we're the smartest person in the room right now? Right? Those of you that are, you're like, I'm the smartest person in this room right now. That's how I was a little bit. So even all this skincare, I was like, are you serious? Like Mary Kay? Like, you know, I had jokes for him and stuff. And he said, listen, just based on our relationship, based on what you know about me and my business, would you at least check this out? So I had to fly. There was nothing in Milwaukee. I had to fly all the way to Phoenix, Arizona to actually evaluate the opportunity that you guys are looking at tonight. Okay? So can you imagine having to fly somewhere to check out an opportunity, right? You guys are right here in Hawaii. Great. You didn't have to do what I did. So I looked at it. What attracted me initially to Seacret, the products were cool, but I really, to be honest, I wasn't into products. Okay? I never worked with a product-based company. It wasn't my thing. Okay? I'm a guy, so even though I might dress a little metro, I didn't use a lot of products. Okay, but what I was really blown away by was the leadership. When I met the CEO, Isaac Ben-Shabbat, because he has this incredible vision for our company. And when I met all these people that were having success, I was like, listen, I guess I'll try anything once. I trusted John, he'd have a lot of success, and you never know unless you give it a shot, right? The old college try, okay? And that was me, by the way. My background is I did go to college. I was the first person from my family to go to a 4-year university, right? I graduated with a double major in English and psychology, which pretty much meant I would have a huge vocabulary in the unemployment line, because there's not a whole lot you can do with those degrees unless you continue to pursue it and get your master's and your PhD. You guys know anyone who's got degrees in sociology, psychology, English, history, right, stuff like that? How are those degrees being used right now? Right? No. But I was fortunate actually to get a job right out of college. I was in corporate America. How many of you ever heard about this awesome place? It's pretty fantastic, right? Because that's what they tell you, right? When you're a little kid, you got to go to school to get good grades so you can get to a good university, so you can get good grades so you can get a diploma and you know, a degree, and then you go to work for a major corporation, right? And that corporation gives you what? Benefits, right? What else? Right, security, right? What else do they give you? Headaches, right? Stress, right? Yeah, because that was like my life. Like I had a management position. I was doing well financially. Okay, in my 20s, I was able to purchase my own home. Right, I owned both my vehicles. Okay, but here's the thing: anyone do something right now that they don't necessarily like or aren't passionate about? Okay, how many? Because for those of you that maybe were a little confused by that question, I'm asking you another one. Right? Check this out. How many of you would go to work tomorrow if they didn't pay you? Oh, okay. So none of you would do what you're doing right now for free, right? That's it. That's a key indicator. Is what you're doing right now for your profession and career something you're really passionate about? Would you do it for free? Because what I was doing, I wouldn't do it for free, right? They were paying me. But here's the thing: anyone had a corporation or company you've worked for, maybe a friend or family member, downsize? We went through what's called a merger. They laid off 25% of all management and employees. Anyone know someone who's been laid off? Anyone know someone who's had their hours cut? Anyone know someone who's been on a pay freeze? I was on a pay freeze for 4 years. Anyone know someone who's had their benefits hacked? They took away all of my bonus structure, They doubled my cost of insurance, and they put me on a salary freeze for 4 years. Woo! Right? It's exciting, right? Okay, so when I was introduced to this opportunity, I was very just open because I wasn't happy doing what I was doing. I wasn't making the type of money I wanted to make. At that point, can anyone relate to being busy? I was super busy because not only did I have a full-time job, I also had a part-time insurance business I ran from home. I was in a band. I had a 3-bedroom home I had to maintain by myself. Can anyone relate, right? Kids, no kids, pets, no pets. Like, we had a puppy right now, and oh my God. This little thing won't stop pooping. For those of you that have little kids, I don't know how you do it. Right? For real, I'm just saying, like, you can't put the kids in the kennel, can you? Because that's what we did. No, James, go home. Get them out, man. All right. So when I looked at Seacret and I saw the leadership, I saw the vision for this company, I came back to Milwaukee, and it was me, and Jesse Garcia, Stephen Raymond, and a handful of other people. I called my mom because I was scared. I didn't know who else to call. I'm like, Mom, it's skincare. I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Seriously, this is what really happened. And all we did was go out and we put the products on people. That's all we did. We did these crazy things called spa parties. We had no idea what the heck we were doing because we're guys doing it. I'm like, I don't know. Just put it on your face. See what happens. I hope you don't burst into flames. And it worked. Like, people were like, I want these products. And I'm like, oh my God, this actually works. And within 9 months of working with this company, I was able to transition out of my corporate job. I was able to shut down my insurance business. I actually rented out my home in Whitewater, moved to Milwaukee to help with our Midwest expansion. I'm happy to say that, that wasn't the coolest part. The coolest part was last year I was able to help my 60-year-old mother retire from nursing. How many of you have a family member that's in the healthcare industry, CNA, nurses, anything like that? It is such a physically demanding job, right? And they beat you up pretty bad. And at 60 years old, physically, she couldn't do the job anymore, but she didn't have enough money coming in to retire early. So because she built a secret business, she's actually a silver agent in Seacret, because we helped her build a secret business. My fiance's story, we were able to bring her home from retail, and of course we got our beautiful daughter here in the front row, one of our bronze agents. We get to teach her about entrepreneurship instead of an employee mentality. Guys, I'm not anti-education. I'm very proud of what I did in school. Okay, be proud of your degrees or what you accomplished in school, but I don't think it's a prerequisite for success. I don't think you have to go to college to have success, because if you look at the statistics, the majority of millionaires are not graduating from Ivy League schools. They're entrepreneurs that are starting their own businesses. Okay, most of the people that are financially free in this country are not people that went to school to get good jobs. They're people that understood that here in America you can be a business owner, right? And so that's what I saw. I saw an incredible opportunity for myself and my family. It's been a blessing for us. And I just want, no matter what here, I want everyone to do me a favor. Can everyone just take a deep breath real quick? I have no idea why you're here tonight. I don't. I really don't. Some of you have to live. Like my dog, she has to be. She knows that, right? But for like the guests in the room, I have no idea why you're here. I don't know if you're here because you want to check out the products. Maybe you're here because you are honestly wanting to look at an opportunity. Maybe you're just here because you're supporting a friend or family member that said, come on, can you just help support me, right? No matter what, I want to thank you. I really do. Because there's a lot of other places you could have been tonight, right? How many of you guys know what's going on today? It's right. It's a opening day, right? Also, this basketball team or something, they're doing something, right? Right? And you guys are here, so thank you so much just for carving out some time and being here. Right? Yeah, round of applause. No? All right. That was a good move, right? Okay, all right. So here's the real deal, Holyfield. Here's what's going on. Here's why everyone's so excited about Seacret right now. What's happening with our company, and has been for the last 4 years, and the first couple of years was just a mess. You didn't want, trust me, you didn't want to get involved. It was bad. We're in 40 countries. We have kiosks in 40 countries, right? We've been doing this for 10 years now. What we're doing is we are eliminating all the overhead costs and all of the retail distribution in these countries and going into full relationship marketing. So I'll give you an example. I was actually fortunate enough with a business partner of mine to own and operate 2 retail kiosks for this company here in Milwaukee. We had a kiosk at Brookfield Square. Anyone know Brookfield Square Mall? Right outside of H&M, right between H&M and Regis. Okay? If you ever got harassed, I apologize. Okay? And then we had one at Southridge Mall. Anyone go to Southridge? Right outside of H&M again. And what was the other store? Charlotte Russe. Charlotte Russe, yeah, right. So those were our kiosks, okay? But here's the thing, when you have a kiosk, you have to pay the mall rent. At Brookfield Square, they wanted almost $4,000 a month, non-holiday. When you get into November and December, you have to pay about $8,000 a month just for your rent, not to mention your utilities, your insurances, your payroll, your cost of goods. Guys, this is called traditional business. You know, if someone owns a boutique or a store, they have to pay rent, right? So many people, you know, don't realize there's a lot of expenses with owning a traditional business. So we had to charge twice the amount of money for these products in the mall just to cover our overhead costs. That salt and oil scrub out there, how awesome was that, right? We would retail that anywhere between $59 to $89 at our kiosk. Some people that would price them out, correct? We'd run sales and be like, the best you get is like 39 bucks. People were like, oh, it's too expensive. But when you eliminate overhead costs, when you eliminate the kiosk, when you eliminate all these expenses, now you can drive down the cost of your product. So would you rather pay $59 for them or $19 for salt and oil scrub? 19, right? Men's aftershave balm. We moved that so much because guys are more savvy now, and we're looking for good quality products, but we don't like to talk about it. But if you can get a guy to stop and you start asking him questions like, well, actually, okay, so what do you got here? Real quick, man, my girls, right? They don't want to, like, if it was funny because the guy would be all into it, and all of a sudden you see some friends and be like, oh, this stuff's weird, lame. Yeah, okay. Anyway, aftershave, guys, we have to retail that for $49 at our kiosk. Through our direct sales side, it's $19. So not only do we give better value to customers, but we also now have opened up the opportunity for a lot more people. How many of you would want to go stand at a kiosk harassing 16-year-olds for 8 to 12 hours a day, getting scoffed at, laughed at, right? Besides kiosks, right? Guys, you understand, there's like this hierarchy of like the food chain in the mall, okay? So like if you work with like the higher end brands, it's like, I work at Victoria's Secret. You know, okay? Or if you're at like Macy's, something like that, and then you get like some of the other inline stores, and then you get the kiosk people. We're like considered the bottom feeders. It's rough out there, okay? It's no joke. It is hard work. Guys, no one wants to do that, but does everyone like having fun? Does everyone like helping people? Anyone here like to party? Yes, right? Because now you take these same products that we've done $1 billion in sales, and now you put it in a more casual, more comfortable, more fun distribution method where anyone can try them for free and play with them and do parties and stuff like that. All of a sudden, you've now opened it up a lot more opportunity, right, to more people. Does that make sense? All right. So does everyone understand why we shut down the kiosks? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay, no one likes a kiosk, creepy Israelis, harassing you, right, overcharging you, okay? But here's the thing. Why relationship marketing? Now, this is fascinating. How many of you have been involved in a direct sales, home-based business, or relationship marketing company before? Avon, Amway, Mary Kay, Scentsy Candles, Party Light, Market America, ACN, Legal Shield. Anything? Any more? Shout them out if I didn't say when you've been involved. Life, okay, Life. Cash Coupon, right? What's up?
Yeah.
Right? Mint, another one, right? Okay. Guys, there's thousands of network marketing companies out there, right? So you're probably wondering, number one, why would I even be interested in network marketing? Probably interested in doing something like this. Well, number one, you have to ask yourself, why would you be interested in creating extra income for yourself? Let's look at the facts. How many of you right now have the type of money in your bank account that you want? Yeah, all I heard was a tooth and a pin drop. That was like it. It was like someone actually got hungry because they thought about how empty their bank account was. How many of you right now make the type of money that you want to make doing what you're doing professionally? How many of you take the type of vacations you always dream about? Live in the home that you always want. Drive the car that you want. Have the ability to provide the lifestyle for your kids you've always wanted to do. So the question is not why would you want to do network marketing? The question is why would you want to do something different than what you're doing right now? Because here's the thing. If you're not getting the results that you want in life right now, you have to look at what you're currently doing and realize that what you're doing is not giving you what you want, so you have to do something different to get something different. Does that make sense? If you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, that's called insanity. If I keep hitting my head against this wall and then wonder why I keep getting a headache, you call me a moron. But a lot of people are doing that right now in their careers and professions. Does that make sense? Okay, and I'm not trying to like offend anybody. I'm just saying this is why so many people are interested in becoming part of our community, because we're giving people giving people the ability to make some changes in their lives that they're looking for. If you went and polled 100 people right now and just randomly asked 100 people right now, if I could show you a way to make an extra $1,000 a month, part-time, from home, having fun, helping people, would you be interested? How many of those 100 people do you think would say, depends, doing what, right? Everyone, that's a nice way of saying yes, but I'm not sure if it's legal, right? Okay? So guys, relationship marketing is a fantastic profession and industry. Here's some stats for those people that need stats, but I'm just going to explain to you. Most people can't start a traditional business because of lack of finances or startup capital, or because they don't have the systems in place, the formal training, they don't know how to run a business, right? You guys realize that 9 out of 10 small businesses fail within their first year. You guys have heard that statistic before? Why? Why did they fail? If there's so much opportunity in America, why do most people fail? Startup, lack of capital, because they can't keep the business funded, right? Or they have no idea what they're doing. They were trained to be an employee since the time they were born in our school system. Then they go try and start their own business and they fail because they don't know how to be an entrepreneur. Guys, do you think that Bill Gates is training his kids how to be employees? Do you think Donald Trump is teaching his kids, you should get a good degree and get in the middle management? No.
Break time.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Tell them busy. Can't take any calls right now. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right. Does that make sense? All right. Here we go. So, what's in it for you? If you and I'm not even talking about Seacret right now. I'm just talking about relationship marketing, network marketing in general. What are the benefits to you if you see an opportunity in this profession? Well, number one, you get to build your own business without investing tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Right? We have traditional business owners in this room. It'll tell you anywhere from $10,000 to $1 million to start a traditional business. Not even close to that in our profession. Also, you get the tax benefits of a traditional business owner. Okay? Which you guys, most of you just filed your taxes, right? Everyone do their taxes? You should do your taxes. Just give you some advice. Don't mess with the IRS, right? You know the IRS together, it spells theirs.
Yeah.
Careful, careful. Just saying, they'll take it. Right? Think about it, right? There's the IRS. Don't trust them. I don't trust IRS, FBI, DEA, any of them. Any of them. All right. Tax benefits. You can save thousands of dollars every single year just because of the tax benefits of a home-based business. Unlimited income potential. Guys, I can introduce you to people that are making a couple $100s a month. That's it. That's all they want. Average bankruptcy, foreclosure could have been avoided by an extra $300 to $500 a month for the average household. An average $500 a month is an extra $6,000 a year. Think about your salary last year, put an extra $6,000 on top. Would that have changed your situation a little bit? Absolutely. But I can also introduce you to people like myself that have walked away from their full-time career. Jesse Garcia was able to walk away from his job in less than a year as well, working a nonprofit for the MPS, right? And actually, now he's transitioning out of his traditional business, tattoo shop, because he's having so much success with Seacret. When you're pulling down $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a week, man, you start to realize there's true freedom out there, okay? We can also introduce people like John Mawat, right here from the south side of Milwaukee, Pulaski High School dropout, 10th grade, had a drug addiction when he was young, right? Found himself in drug rehabilitation programs, turned his life around, now he makes $1.9 million a year. So whether someone's looking to make a little bit of money just to get some extra, funds going to the household, or they're looking to walk away from their career and get into a different profession, or we attract a lot of people that are making big money. They're already making $100,000 a year, $250,000 a year, $1 million a year. Guess what wealthy people do? They look for more businesses. Wealthy people look for more opportunities to add to their portfolio to diversify their income streams. Now, we don't get taught that in school. We get taught find a safe, secure job and hope they don't lay you off. Entrepreneurs are taught, no, you find businesses, leveraged income, and investments that'll spit off cash flow, right? No matter what economy you're in. If you diversify, you constantly have income. Man, I'm fired. Oh, I like this. I like it. Woo! All right, so guys, do you guys want to know how we actually do what we do, how we get paid? Yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to pre-qualify all of you right now. Just going to make sure, because we got guests there. How many of you, by raise hands, like to have fun? I already made sure Andy was good to go. But he participated. Anyway. How many of you like helping people? Okay. Here's a big one. How many of you guys are coachable and open to new ideas? That's the biggest one. You can like having fun. You can be the sharpest, whatever. Yeah. Right. You don't have to be smart. Right? But there you go. But if you're not coachable, if you can't take guidance and take direction from other people, you will never have success in this profession, or in my opinion, you're not gonna have success in anything. No one likes to know it all, right? No one likes someone who has all the answers already. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. People who like to have fun, help people, and are open-minded and coachable, right? And then here's what we do. You guys have tried our products. Would you agree our products are thebomb.com? Not a real website. Please don't go to it. Just letting you know. Our products are amazing. Now, did you notice our product shows results? Immediate gratification. Okay? So here's what we do. There's really I like to look at it like this. There's like 4 ways to work our business. Okay? How many of you like parties? People do a lot of home parties. Have you guys ever been to those parties? Candle parties, jewelry parties, ladies and your dirty parties? I heard about them. Waiting for my invitation. Okay, so some people do a lot of parties. How many of you like coffee, tea, water? There's a thing called Starbucks. Starbucks. We do a lot of like sit downs with people at Starbucks, right? And we show them products at Starbucks. You show them products at a party. You can show them some products at Starbucks. How many of you are on social media? Facebook, Twitter, all that, Instagram, Pinterest. We do a lot of social media to kind of educate people, show them some before and afters, have them watch some really cool short videos to explain a little bit more about our products and our opportunity. And usually after that, they want to sit down with you, they want to come to a party. And how many of you right now are VIP event? Like the 4 major ways that we build our business: one-on-one, party environment, social media, and VIP events. So no matter what you're more attracted to, you want to utilize all 4 of them because they're all effective, right? But there's really, there's no wrong or a right way to build the business if you are utilizing all of those. Okay. So here's how we get paid. I'm gonna actually, Andy, yeah. Everyone, Andy's brand new secret agent on the team. Give him a round of applause. Welcome to the team. So in this example, Andy's a brand new secret agent. He's a guest, but he's going to be an agent. He knows it, right? Okay. So he's a brand new secret agent. So here's what happens. Andy sits down with Stephen Raymond. Stephen Raymond, right? Gentleman versus swag. He knows what's up. He takes care of himself. He says, Steve, can you do me a favor, man? Can you just support me and check some stuff out? Give me a feedback because I respect your opinion. He says, yeah, sure. What's up? Me something. They get to their Starbucks. He shows them a couple products. Steve goes, you know what? I'm not really interested in the whole business side of things, but I'll try some aftershave and that mud soap thing, and I'll get something for my mom. Boom. You just got a retail customer. Now let's say he just wants one product. He just wants a nail kit, just wants an aftershave, just wants one product. You get the difference between the wholesaler agent cost and the retail price. In this example, our nail kit retails for $49 through your website, Andy. Okay? So you can fill out an order form, or Steve can go right to your website and order the nail kit. It's shipped right to Steve. Company pays you $30. Not bad, right? One nail kit a week is $120 a month. That's a cell phone bill. We can turn nail kits into cell phone bills. Okay? Let's say you help someone out with a nail kit and a salt and oil scrub once a week. Okay, that's $250 a month. That's an economical car payment. So we're starting to show people how you can move a few products, help people with a few products, and start to pay off, take care of some bills, right? But let's say that Steve does want more than just one product. He wants to become what's called a preferred customer or a VIP customer. Now, preferred customers and VIP customers, anyone belong to a rewards program? Like, what's a good rewards program? Starbucks. Oh my God, I was at Walgreens and those points actually do something. Yeah. For real, I was checking out. He's like, would you like to use your points today? And I was like, points? He's like, yeah, you have like $3 in points. I was like, oh my gosh. Because a lot of stuff, I have no idea what it actually does. You guys look at me like I'm not stupid.
I can relate.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like Speedway points, I know what they do. Pick and save points. But this guy actually said you get, anyway. It's like a rewards program where you get discounts on your products and you get reward points you can redeem for free products. So Steve takes advantage of the VIP program. So now every time he goes into his website and purchases products that he needs when he's running out, Andy gets paid because Andy's the reason why Steve was introduced to this product line. Guys, how many of you shop online right now? How many of you would rather shop online than have to go to the store? How many of you use skincare right now? How many of you run out of skincare products? You don't ever run out? Ample supply.
My secret.
All right, good girl. That's what I'm talking about. So most people, when they use skincare products, they run out of skincare products. They'd rather than have to go to the store. And this way, Steve is constantly supporting Andy's business instead of Walmart or Walgreens. I have clients that have been shopping with me for the last almost 4 years. They don't buy something every month because you might not need something every month, but every 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, they're purchasing products that they need in their household. Okay, so that's called direct sales. Andy reaches out to people that he knows through Facebook, text messages. We've got a simple system of how to, just share this with people, right? You can do a party. You can sit down with them at Starbucks. You can invite them to a VIP event. You can just get them information online. They want products, you get compensated. It's pretty simple. Does that make sense? Right? But this is what gets really exciting, because let's say Andy introduces someone like Casey. Andy says, Casey, I'm really excited about this company I'm working with, right? I'm having a lot of fun helping some people. Casey, Andy has no idea if you're going to be interested, right? Do you have any idea if he's interested? No. But he's your buddy. Is he going to support you? He should. If he's not, he's a jerk. And you should probably find new friends. I'm just saying. Right? So Andy sits down with Casey, right? And he brings me because I'm helping Andy in his business. We sit down and start asking Casey some questions. Man, well, Casey, what are you doing right now for work? Okay, do you like what you do? Are you open to new opportunities? Are you open to making extra cash if it doesn't interfere with anything else you have going on? Do you like helping people? All of a sudden Casey says, well, yeah, I guess I'd be open to it. He tries some products. His mind literally is blown out of his skull. It happens. It's bad. Just bring a net, you'll catch it. Okay? So his mind is blown, right? He says, dude, I want to become part of this community, this team. Stand up for me. Casey becomes a brand new secret agent. Everyone welcome Casey to Secret. Yeah. Andy also gives his friend Martha, a coworker, calls says, Martha, you guys check this out. A lot of people are winning with this company. A lot of people having fun, having success. I don't know if you're interested or not, but can you at least check it out, support me? Martha goes, you know what? I'm even going to do better. I'm going to do a party for you because I know a bunch of girlfriends love this stuff and I want some free stuff. Martha ends up seeing an opportunity to become a secret agent. Stand up, Martha. Martha introduces these two young ladies right here. Right? Casey introduces Tony and Andy. Stand up, Tony. Right? Andy, look at what's going on, dude. You see this? Your team's growing, bro.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now all of a sudden, let's have you guys all stand up. Please. Guys, this is the power. Yeah. This power. Guys, Andy, let me ask you a question, bro. If everyone here's got 5 on it, do your bills become a lot easier? Yes. If everyone is, I'm just saying, contributing to your income, do you have to worry about your finances? If you got a team of people helping you out? No. Heck no. Welcome to the power of network marketing. Guys, sit down. Thank you. Round of applause for everyone. I'm just saying. Right? So here we build two teams. That's what we do. We build 2 teams, right? Okay? And you get paid for the success of the people that are working in your organizations, because Andy might not know Ricky, right? He was introduced by, I'm sorry, what's your name? Joanna, who was introduced by Martha, but because he got that snowball rolling, he has the opportunity to get compensated from Ricky's activity. It's awesome, guys. There was this phrase that said, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of mine. Right? Now, would you try to lift a car by yourself, or would you rather have 100 people helping you out? It just makes sense, guys. Okay, that's called leverage, right? So now you can earn a bunch of money doing this type of activity, but here, there's a lot of companies out there, guys. What they do is they just go out and they're like, recruit. They just get a bunch of people. For one, I don't recruit people. I simply share the products and I share the opportunity, and they sort themselves out. That's all I do. So, well, what do you do every day? Right? I'm either personally or helping my team share the products and then share the opportunity. And then we just ask, are you interested in helping us out by trying some products, or are you interested in learning more about the business? Statistically, okay, 2 out of 10 want to become an agent right away for me, okay? And 5 out of those 10 want to become customers right away. And then you got 3 people that are either confused or broke. Those are the statistics, and it's incredible. All you got to do is get out there and just share it with people, and they get excited, okay? But we're also very heavy into what's called leadership development. Now, Andy,
Yes.
if you know that if you help Casey have success, not only do you have the ability to get paid a percentage of his entire team's production, but anything that he personally earns, the company's going to give you an additional bonus. You're going to help him out. Give me an example. Casey, who looks like a woman in this example, right? Just made $1,000 in his team commissions. Company gives you a 20% match. You get a $200 bonus because you helped Casey make $1,000. Are you happy? Is Casey happy? Is everyone happy? Okay? But you got your rock star over here, Martha. She's definitely better than Casey. No offense, Casey. Yeah, she's out there. Maybe she's built another company before. She knows some salons and spas. She's an entrepreneur by nature. She just got this. All of a sudden, she creates a huge income, right? You found a rock star, bro. She starts pulling down a $10,000 monthly income. The company gives you a $2,000 match on it, not taking away from her income, but just because you're the reason she's with us. Company says, dude, good, find some more Marthas. What are you waiting for? Right? Guys, this is the power of what our company gives to people. It's incredible. What's awesome is as your team starts to grow exponentially, the company keeps giving you what's called promotions. Anyone ever want to get a promotion at their job? How many of you have already capped out? Doesn't really matter. Because that's where I was. I got to a point, I'm like 25, I think I was 24, no, 25 at the time. I was making the most money I was ever going to make working for that company doing what I was doing. That's depressing. Yeah. At 25, you're like, well, what do I do now? That's why I started the insurance business. I was like, well, I want more money. I don't want to get a new job. And then I talked to all these other people that were doing what I had been doing for 20 years longer. They're like, we're just as broke as you, bro. We have no advice. Great. This sucks, man. Okay? So as you start to help your teams have success and start developing leaders, the company starts giving you promotions. First major promotion is actually what's called a star, right? And then we have a superstar. Woo! Superstar. Superstar. That's for you, brother. Superstar. Then we have the bronze position. Before bronze, we just branded. Where are my executives at? Woo woo! Love it. Right? Once you get what's called the Royale Achievers, I'm just kidding. It's called the Royale Agent, right? Royale Agent. Now you start to receive what's called a Drive Your Dream bonus. Not only do you get a one-time rank advancement bonus, $500. Here you go. Thank you so much for helping other people. Here's $500. No need to thank me. We thank you. Okay. But every 4 weeks now, an extra $500 for being a Royale Agent on Monday. Anyone see Jesse Garcia's post on Facebook today? Yeah. It was hilarious. Because obviously, I'll just tell the story. He had some people on Facebook questioning, because you see a lot of people having success in our organization. See a lot of people winning here in the Midwest. Okay, Wisconsin, #1 performing state in the entire Midwest region right now. Right now. Hashtag Midwest Takeover. Hashtag Talent Hotbed. Okay, I'm just saying. So he had someone who was questioning his income. And he said, listen, man, if you really want to see it, I'll show you. Monday, most people get paid, right, at the end of the week. Seacret's no different. Our pay period goes from Monday to Sunday. Today is the first day of the pay period, right? You put a little post out there. You said, okay, well, here's what my income is today.
The first day.
First day. Okay, I have 7 more days to increase this check. And it was already over $1,300. Day 1. Because as a qualified platinum agent, he's receiving a $1,200 Drive Your Dream bonus every 4 weeks. So think about it on top of your regular income. So if you're pulling down $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a week, and then every 4 weeks you get additional, that's how people are creating a 6-figure income with this company. Just helping a lot of people have success. The company promotes you. It's great. No, okay. Also, secret agents. How many of you know benefits are important? Did you guys know that Seacret actually provides you with discounted group benefits like life insurance, health insurance? Yeah. A lot of people don't even know that. We have an insurance company that we work with because when you have 60,000 active distributors, you have the organization to bring down the traditional cost of health, just like a large corporation, right? How many of you like Apple? Yeah, okay. We also have anywhere from 7 to 15% off, right? Apple discount. Yeah, I know. And he's like, what? Yeah. Anyone here a T-Mobile user? And I know it's not real popular, but if you're into T-Mobile or you're into really economical phone plans, we have huge discounts for T-Mobile customers as well. So we got all these really cool benefits. And guys, to be a secret agent, it's pretty simple. there's two investments. Number one, most important, an investment of time. If you think you can get started with Seacret and not put any work in, then don't start. If you already started and you think that it's going to be a cakewalk or easy, you're not going to have to put in any real-time energy or effort, then you should probably quit. Save yourself the time and the person who brought you on board. Okay, because it takes two investments: your time, which also effort, and your income, right, or investment. So to join our community is only $49 to be a Seacret agent, to have access to our benefits, to get your website for an entire year, to get the marketing materials, access to our VIP events, to get everything you need, right? It's like more front, okay? But in order to have a successful business, you also need product. Could you imagine walking into a restaurant with no food? Sounds stupid, right? Could you imagine walking into a shoe store and there's no shoes to try on? And you just laugh because it's ridiculous, right? Could you, like, it's stupid. But some people think they can build a business without having products. And unless you are a workhorse and you are ready to get down to business and you are ready to work, it's not even, don't even start unless you have the ability to get some products, okay? Now here's what I would recommend. Start with the special agent or the new and improved professional set, which is the entire product line. Professional set is actually products, and so some of the new products are not in the special agent set. We have a professional set, it's $16.99. It's the entire product line, everything you need, and there's duplicates of the highly demonstrable wow factor products like the M4 peeling gel and Steve Raymond comes with it. So it's like a really great. You get them for a week. That's it, just 1 week.
Better make it worth it.
Maybe that's a lot of the price range. We have a little more economic set. It's called a special agent. You get the majority of the product line, you get a few duplicates, right? That is almost $4,000 worth of products for $1,450. Now, if you start with the professional or the special agent set, you are immediately coded in as what's called a bronze agent, which gives you a 50% increase in all of your commissions. Yeah. Would you rather make $100 or $150?
$150.
Would you rather make I don't know, $1,000 or $1,500?
$1,500.
Yeah. Okay. So if you can start off making more money, makes sense, right? Heck yeah. We have a premium set. It's a very popular set because it's a little more economical for those that are in a certain financial bind. Okay. But for me, I started with the professional set when it was $2,000. I put it on a credit card, so I'll figure it out later because I just saw it. Premium set, you don't start at that higher commissionable payout, but you are still what's called superstar eligible. We're going to show you how to put $200 back into your bank account, right, within your first week. Okay, that's, I mean, superstar is, it's like there's people doing that in 24 or 48 hours. It's ridiculous. Then we also have a basic set, guys. I'll be honest, this basic set is more like a personal care set. You know what I mean? You have the peeling gel and the salt and oil and a nail buffer. That's really all you got to blow people away. You don't get the magnetic mud. How many of you know you need the magnetic mud? Yeah. Any Seacret agent in here will tell you, if you say, like, what are the 5 products you don't leave home without, do not leave your house without your M4 and your big magnet. Lord help you. So people will steal your big magnet, right? Yeah. We've lost, everyone's like, yeah, stealing my magnets? That's how cool it is. People will steal your magnets. It's crazy. Right, no. Okay, so the basic set is like, okay, if you have to get your foot in the door, get yourself positioned with some products, start using the products. You got a couple products to demonstrate, but you can't do a wow party, can't do a spa party, right? Okay, and really you need to be able to upgrade as soon as possible. Upgrade as soon as possible. So here's the bottom line. Guests in the room, agents, I know you guys are already lighters in the air. Secret's amazing, okay? Again, I have no idea why the guest in the room is here. Maybe you honestly are just interested in products, and that's okay. I'm going to ask on behalf of the Seacret agent that invited you out. Support their business. How many of you have purchased skincare products at Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, Walmart, Macy's, you know, Target, Walgreens? We don't think twice to get that face wash or get that lotion or to purchase products that we're not even in love with. We just are out there and it's convenient. Support the person who invited you out. Support their business. Support, even if you don't see an opportunity and you don't see this helping to be the vehicle for you to achieve your goals, at least support their dreams, right? So I will ask on their behalf, please, try out some products. Be a customer. VIP. 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose. Those of you that like what you've seen so far, but maybe you still have some questions. I saw there were some guests that were writing down. We asked all guests, please write down your questions. Listen, let's get your questions answered. If you got some concerns or you're not really sure how you could see yourself fitting into this marketing strategy or this opportunity, let us answer and help you get the questions to your answer, or the answers to your questions. Here's what most people do. You're going to go and you're going to ask your brokest friend what they think about Seacret. Okay? First off, it's called Seacret, not Seacrest. Don't mess it up. Okay? And no matter what you say to them, okay, I'm guessing they probably have never had a lot of experience as an entrepreneur. Probably haven't had a lot of experience as a business owner, traditional or not. You probably never had experience as a network marketer. So you're asking, it'd be like me, now Steve's got a lot of skills and talents. Steve, are you great at basketball? No, at all. It'd be like me asking Steve advice about basketball when I've got Michael Jordan sitting right over here, and I'm like, no, dude, you probably don't know what you're talking about. Steve, man, how do you think I should shoot my jumper? Someone who doesn't have the answers, when you have the people here that can give you a step-by-step instruction on how it works and how we can help you have success. Oh, he'll tear you up. He'll tear you up, boy. All right. Those of you that already see, you've already seen enough. Maybe you saw some information coming in. You just wanted to make sure it was real. Okay. You want to make sure there are really people actually doing this, having success. Those of you that see an opportunity for yourself. Those of you that realize that I don't know what else we need to do to show people. We did $1 billion in the malls. Every single day we're helping people retire from their jobs, retire their parents, bring their spouses home from painful and devastating workplaces, helping people put an extra $300, $500, $2,000, $5,000, $50,000 in their bank. I don't know what else we can do to show you guys there's an opportunity. In my opinion, you've seen enough information to make an educated decision. Do you see an opportunity for yourself or not? And for those of you that already knew, man, this is it. This is where I want to play. All we're going to ask is that, just circle up with the person who invited you out and just let them know. Are you an A, a B, or a C? If you're a B, get your questions answered. If you're a C, support them with some products. If you're an A, we're going to show you, actually, take a break. We're taking a 6.5-minute break. Okay? Set your watch, 6.5-minute break. Okay? We're going to get your questions answered or show you which demonstrations would make the most sense for you. And then we're going to come back and we're going to show you how to launch your business. We're going to show you how to catapult your business and the fundamentals to have success. Guys, thank you so much. Circle with the person invited you Where you at, brother? Oh, cool. Have more questions. You know what? Great question. Take it on the line. And then I can certainly tell you. Yeah, my smart, funny, and
I just wanted to introduce myself. I just want to thank you for coming out.
So what we do is we have a very simple strategy. Pretty much. I send you a text. It's not a text. And I was gonna be like, Dude, too much to chat. Cool. How soon can you check it out? I guess you should watch a 4-minute video about the Seacret. Then follow up with you and that's what you'll do at school. You're like, no, like a project. Dude, on the phone, do your job. Simply say, no, we do what's called like a home party. So like at my condo, right, we got the sky level. So in our dining room, we do spa party products. Right downstairs, our family room, we got to go come on. So it's like, yeah. It's always supposed to school. It's a home party, right? So you either invite them to party, or you want to share the event. I have one Starbucks right now. Then, all we do is demo the product. Thank you. Here's the product, here's the story, you're a wonderful job. Stories about it. Then we just ask them, listen, are you interested? Yeah, we got some training. I was like, you were thinking about it last week. Then we just ask them, are you interested? Ryan, Morning, Andy, I'm trying to talk to you. Like I said, 5 to 10 people, yeah, super simple. All they do is yeah. If someone tries our product, they're like, I don't know if I like that. They're like, I don't know if I like the product. Like, stop. If someone's like, oh, well, this is the product, but I'm not, I don't know what you think. Not for you, but just think that the product. You know? See a lot of companies. Exactly. So we're, really good at free. We're right now. Right now, I have that right here. But I just want to tap into I know there's a bit more acid. That's what that's how everybody here. Yeah, you're right.
My past is pretty colorful. I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade, and when I was young, most of my young life was in and out of detention facilities. I had a heart attack from smoking cocaine at 17 years old. I look back, and it was that world that I believe helped to shape and create the John Malott that I am today.
My past is the exact opposite of John's because I feared my mother. I grew up the child in the middle of civil rights. So everything for my parents was to do the best you can do all the time, and you don't make these mistakes because people who were fighting for you.
Started my working career as a janitor. I worked for General Electric. That was the beginning of me realizing that I didn't like corporate America.
I actually did everything I was supposed to, get grades in high school. I went to college. I graduated from college. I served in the military and Air Force. Found myself after that in corporate America. Actually found myself working in factories on third shifts. Was doing everything right, but not getting the results. So I go to school, I get good grades, I get the college degree, I get the so-called good job, and I'm not happy with my existence. I was told when I was 26 years old, the year before I joined network marketing, that I was a single African-American woman with a college degree making almost $50,000 a year, and I should be happy. I should be happy because there's so many who don't make this and so many who won't, and you are really lucky.
People said the same thing to me, like, you got a good job. I guess it was better than me running wild in the streets. But it wasn't a good job. It was I walked in and nobody was happy to see me. There was no feeling of major accomplishment. I wasn't contributing to anybody, not even really to myself. When I got that check, I was like, man, I'm not even contributing to myself.
And network marketing said, you're so much better than $50,000 a year. And who cares what color you are? And you're a woman, and that's a good thing, not an apology for somebody else.
A good friend of mine, Josh Denny, called me from California. He knew we were looking for something. And I was interested, I was listening until he said skincare. And I was like, oh, forget it. That's, I couldn't see myself, putting stuff on my buddies. And I mentioned it to Tiffany, and Tiffany had been using the products.
I had bought the product, and that's one of the things they tell you to look for is it a standalone product, or is it just good because there's an opportunity attached? And because I had it in my bathroom, I definitely knew it was a standalone product, and I loved the product. As the CEO, and was blown away, not because of what I saw, but because of what I felt.
There's something very special here, something very special. You have to see it. I got over the skincare thing because the company is, the products are derived from the Dead Sea.
You can't put a monetary value on how you change a person from the inside out, and that's the best part, I believe, of what we're doing today.
My wife taught me something. She says, when you become attractive, you become attractive.
I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a speaker, I am an author, I am a reader, I am a strong woman, and I am a secret agent.
I am John Malott. I am a father, I am a husband, I am grateful, I am an entrepreneur, and I am a top secret international secret agent.
Hello. All right, guys, we're gonna kick off the second half training. I'm gonna share the stage with our counterpart, Mr. James Wood. Let's get James Wood on the newest Silver 8. Oh, I'm sorry. Woo! He's coming. They're coming. They're working really hard to wrap up Silver. But our newest Royale agent, Mr. James Wood. So we want to promote some events. One of the events that I kind of want to promote is, you guys know this gentleman right here, Mr. Jermaine Johnson? Yeah. Listen, man, he's one of the most sought after trainers in this entire profession. I had a chance to be in, since 2005, that's how long I've been in this industry. and I had a chance to get in front of a lot of very, very successful trainers, really good, a lot of multimillionaires. He's by far one of the best trainers that I remember the most. So if you really want to take your business to the next level, he's very entertaining. If you haven't met Jermaine Johnson, but he's really getting down to the core. So you definitely want to get there. That's going to be this Saturday, guys. You know, we got some really good promotions going on. If you get your ticket in advance, you still have a chance to get it tonight. If you get your ticket in advance, any agents, you actually bump all the rest of the events for the rest of the month. That's a pretty good deal, right? Not only do you get that, if any agents that are new within the last 30 days, see the ladies at the front desk, and they'll give your new agent a free ticket to this event. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, guys, so make sure you guys get your tickets. It's going to be down the hallway in the Mitchell room. So down the hallway, we were there maybe a few months ago, I think. Tommy Tio event. So that's where we'll be for this next event. Who got the clicker? Somebody?
Tony.
All right, cool. Tony, you got the clicker still?
I think it's okay.
No, I'm sorry. All right, James. So he can't really talk about himself, but I can. But listen, James Wood, man, a lot of people don't really know his backstory, man, but this guy's had a lot of success before, Seacret. And he's had a lot of experience building organizations and building a business. And I'm so excited because now you guys are going to start to see him more and more in front of the room in rotation. Because he also has a lot of value that he can bring to this marketplace. He's built teams, he's trained organizations before, and he's built events in markets from the ground up. So we've never really had a chance to see what he has, and now you guys are going to get a chance to see it next week. So he's going to be headlining the event next week with Platinum Agent Sharice Bliss. So they're going to be tag teaming next week's event. And we're working on some really good training right now for next week. So make sure you guys, it's going to be right back here in this room, all right? So how many people are committed to being here next week? Woo! All right, guys, you guys want to see what Mr. James Wood has? Oh, yeah. Get your guests in front of him. I'm talking about he knows this profession in and out. Get some of your sharpest prospects in front of them and let them go to work for you and put them in your business. All right, guys? So, Ignite.
So, how many executives in the room? Raise your hand.
Executive or above.
Executive above. Okay.
You've never been executive or above.
Who plans on being executive or above soon? Great. Oh, this is Ignite, not. I was thinking peak. Well, you still want to be executive, right? And in fact, speaking of executive, someone just told me that there's 2 different watches now. Is that true? There's a ladies executive, and there's a. Is it? Yes. Yeah. We'll get the black one to you. We can trade it.
Alrighty.
We'll figure it out.
So, who has their tickets already for Ignite? Raise your hand. All right. Who's going to get their tickets for Ignite? Nice. Okay, so you definitely want to, Jesse said it earlier, there's working hard. I think regardless of any of our ages, we probably all worked hard enough in our life. Then there's work smart. And anytime you can get yourself or any of your organization in front of a room of millionaires that know what they're doing, know how to build a business, would that be a good decision, or what do you guys think? Yeah. Smart decision, right? I'll tell you that all this momentum that we've been seeing didn't just stem from this last convention. In my opinion, it came from even the convention before. Continually building from event to event is the surest way to create success in your business. In fact, I've learned that typically when we attend these big events, if you take the entire room and divide it in half, that half is what will typically be at the next event. And then you'll take that half and continue to build from event to event. So you definitely want to make sure that you're there and your team is there at each event, because that by default will put you in the category of people that have success. Make sense? So, Jesse?
James, what would you say has, because I know every event that you guys have went to, you guys brought like a bigger group, right? Yep. So they're really kind of like mile markers, would you agree?
Indeed, yeah.
So like the rule of thumb in this profession is at every event that we have is to try to go at a higher rank or to try to go with more people than the last time you went. All right, so maybe the last event that you went to, you just went by yourself. That's okay, guys. You got to go by yourself before you could ever bring somebody, right? Yep. But you should start setting some goals in your business of how many people you're going to take with you to the next event. You know, because if you think about it, some of you guys made a decision at this last event. Why? Because you saw someone's story on stage, and it really resonated with you, and you know what it really did for you? It kind of gave you like permission. So imagine, was anyone at this last conference and you thought about something like, man, I wish this person was here today. Like, man, if this person would have just saw this or experienced this environment, can you imagine what this would have did for them? Man, you owe it to that person to put them in that environment. Seriously, you're doing them a favor by putting them in that environment. Whether they ever do anything with Seacret or not, But I think how that would help, that event would help move them along in life, man, it's worth everything, man. Seriously.
Well, another thing too is they say typically every guest that you get to a big event like this represents $1,000, correct?
Yeah,
So
your business.
is there anybody that would potentially like to earn $100,000 in Seacret? Raise your hand. Make some noise and raise your hand. If you couldn't get 100 people to this one, to get as many people as you can so that that group could turn into a certain number, so that that group could turn into 100 people. Think about that, 100 people. Is it really that hard to build an organization and put 100 people in a room full of millionaires where you're going to learn a lot of information about this business? 100 people times $1,000 is $100,000. So you can either work hard or you can
Smart.
There it is.
So for some of you guys that are sitting in this room wondering, like, man, maybe I'm not a good speaker, or a good presenter, or a good trainer like that. You know what I love most is you don't necessarily have to do. If you're really, really smart, all you really have to do is get you and your team in front of some people who are. Just plug them in. Let someone else train and develop your organization, your team. You don't have to know everything. Is it okay with you getting paid for not knowing everything? Would anybody return that check? If Seacret cut you a check for not knowing everything? Guys, cash that thing. All right? So you definitely want to just get good at putting people in front of people that are better than you. You can't lose that way. All right? Anything else that you would share?
No.
So make sure you guys get registered. I mean, there's still some time, guys, for peak. I know that's gonna come around really, really quick, guys.
Today was the first day that the room block went for sale. So
Oh, really?
if you want to register a room, the hotel has room blocks.
Nice. So you guys, I know this is at a 5-star resort, the one that's in June. So if you guys how many of you guys just need a vacation? Get out of Wisconsin, right? It's like a great excuse to just get away for a little bit, all right? Get away, get trained, hang around with some really cool people, you know, and take you and your business to the next level. All right, guys, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to wrap up the announcements portion of it, and we want to bring up a gentleman, one of the newest GOAT agents that's going to kind of talk about some personal development. So if you don't mind, Mr. Stephen Raymond.
So I have a pile of books here. And I think that one of the reasons I was asked to touch on personal development is because I think it's the only thing that has changed in my business in the last year and led to the majority of the success I'm having right now. So what I did was I went from doing spotty personal development. I'd done a bunch in the previous company. And then when we got here, I kind of was very spotty. I would do it for a few months and then forget about it and get back into it. And the only thing I did was I made a commitment about 12 months ago right now at the 2 conventions ago that I was going to stick to it, and no matter what, I was going to do only application personal development. So most people don't even realize that there is a difference. What I would consider application personal development, and I brought some examples. Eat That Frog, it's a great book. It teaches you how to do the thing that you hate the most every day first, so you feel the most accomplished. 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, it's another great book. Wave 4, the Introduction to Network Marketing.
Remember, I'm a slow rider.
I'll have them for you, because you're going to want the authors too. Some of them are hard to find. And the one that I'm reading right now is Leadership and Self-Deception, and it talks about how we're in certain boxes. But application personal development was what changed in my business. Not a lot of people, I think, do personal development and they get in the right mindset. It's Tony Robbins, Les Brown. They get real positive. That's great. You need to be positive. But if you're just positive all the time and you're not doing anything that's going to help build your business, it's not going to help you build your business. So what I did was I turned my car into my mindset personal development. I played the audios in my car while I was in the car, and then I stuck to reading every day something applicable. The reason that was because I heard that reading is interpreted differently by your brain. I also took notes on most of the things I read or highlighted things that I thought were important in some of those books. But just to give you an example, if you only read 5 days out of the week, and you read 10 pages for every one of those days, at the end of the year, you'd have read 2,500 plus pages. That's about 10 to 11 books. Do you think that if you read 10 to 11 books in the next year, your business would change? So that's basically what I did, and that was my part on personal development. I'm going to bring the rest of the trainers up with me. So I've got Jesse Garcia, Tony Jean Greco, and Charisse Pliss coming up.
Right.
Okay. I think it's really important as you're building the business. Who posted, man? If you guys have not seen James Wood post on Facebook, man, that thing was like right on the money.
Man.
As a matter of fact, it talks about, you know, you staying in front of your growth. You know, when you stay in front of your money, otherwise your money will always shrink back to the level that you're operating on. So that's the beauty about personal development, though, is because it it's what helps you stay consistent along the way when your highs are high and your lows are lows. It helps balance you out. So our training today that we're going to talk about, we're going to kind of recap the last 2 trainings where we kind of expanded on the network side, the networking side of the business. So you guys remember we had a homework assignment a few weeks ago where we gave out how to initiate contacts through text messages. How many of you guys were here for that training? All right. So Tony's going to recap that training because, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of new people in this room. And then we're going to reiterate it for the training for the ages that are here because how is the best way to learn anything? Does anybody know? Spaced repetition is the best way to say some mother-ball learning. You just got to beat it over the head. So a lot of you guys don't even realize how many people have little kids. Have you ever noticed, like, you're driving, you listen to the radio, and next thing you know, the kids in the back seat are like singing the song and you like know the words for words? How do you think they memorize those words? Through repetition, through you just having the radio on, not even realizing that the kids are in the back seat. Then next thing you know, little by little they know it. All right, so pay attention to what you're playing. All right, so they will repeat it. But so, yep.
Okay, so the first segment that we talked about, really trying to get the entire team on the same page and everyone, marching to the same beat of the same drum is we're using social media and high-tech text messages to stimulate interest, to create that curiosity. So the first step we talked about is that text message or Facebook message of, can I ask you a question? Right? How many of you have used this? How many of you realize that every person that you send this to responds? Right? Everyone, can I ask you a question? Yeah, what's up? Right? Identify availability. Right? So if you know you have a wild party or a spa party on Wednesday night, the first question is, what are you doing Wednesday night? If you know our VIP event's coming up Monday night, what are you doing Monday night? What are the 3 responses people get? From what you guys have been doing, what responses do people give you when you say, hey, what are you doing Wednesday night? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. If they say nothing, they're available. What's another option? They're busy. Why? We're going to get to that in a second. What a lot of people will do is ask, why? What? Why? What's up? Okay? So if someone is available, okay, we immediately, what I like to say, right, lock it in. If they're available and they say, I'm available, why? Say, don't make any plans. Lock it in. Don't make any plans. Don't make any plans. Okay? If they say, I'm busy, why? Okay? We're going to have them watch a video. Okay? If they say, it depends, why, what's up? We're going to have them watch a video. Okay? Once you lock it in, between now and the event, we're going to have them watch a what?
Video.
Do you see how this, it all goes back to having them watch a video, okay? So how many of you have had challenges with getting people to watch videos? There's a couple reasons. Number one, you're not telling them that it's something you're excited about. Anytime we say, hey, watch this video, what we're using is, hey, I've got something I'm really excited about, and I really want to get your feedback. That's it. Hey, are you available? Yeah, hi, what's up? Listen, I got something I really want you to check out. Super excited about it. I want to get your feedback. Available Wednesday night? No, I'm busy. Why? What's up? Hey, listen, I got something I'm really excited about. Need you to check out ASAP. I want your feedback. Right? It depends. Don't you hate that one? Right? What do you mean it depends? Like I'm not exciting enough for you? Right? It depends. Why? Listen, I got something I'm really excited about. Right? I need you to check it out. Really want your feedback. Okay?
Everybody gets a video.
Everyone gets a video, guys, and we're not going to. We spent a whole time training on this. So you do the video, okay? You actually then schedule the follow-up, okay? So you schedule the follow-up. Now what we're going to talk about is when you follow up with them, your whole mission is to go from high tech to high touch. Is to go from getting them to watch a video to what Steve is going to talk about right now, which is what we trained on last week, is how to tell your story, okay? If you are some of you look really confused right now. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? How many of you were here the week that we trained on high tech and using text messages? Raise your hands if you were here. Okay, Those of you that look confused, I know why. It's because you weren't here to get the training. If you're a new agent, I understand that. Okay, but you guys aren't going to be here every Monday night because now we're building off of this training, and some of you aren't going to really be able to grasp it because you weren't here for the vital component. Okay? So those of you that are new, get this from your support team. I know there's some people that are brand spanking new. Your support team will provide you with this in detail. But just know that you start with the high-tech text messages to get them to watch the video.
Why text messages, Tony?
Because how many of you actually answer your phone? Especially when it's an unknown number. It's like, oh, I'm too busy, but I'll text you 47 times. I'm just saying, 90% of people communicate more through text messages and through Facebook Messenger than anything else. A text message is typically read within the first 3 minutes.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Emails are never read. Right? Don't email people. Okay. But anyway, so Steve?
Sure. So how many people were here last week for how to tell your story? All right, so about the same group. So what I want to do right now is I'm just going to call a few people, and I'm actually going to pick you because you're the most happy. Yes, I am. I have enough.
Stand up, Casey.
So do me a favor, stand up and tell me your story. So just to recap, we're going to go. Do you remember the components?
Yeah, no, they're sitting right here in front of me. All right, how was I introduced? I was actually introduced by a buddy calling me, having me come take a look at the company. What attracted me to it is they actually had awesome products to help me out with my acne. I had severe cystic acne that even dermatologists couldn't help me with. I actually saw a big opportunity with this company to be able to help my mom retire and be able to start my own business, or my own entertainment business, and also take my wonderful girlfriend around the world, traveling and stuff. I'm actually reaching out to you because my business partner asked me to who's some of the coolest, sharpest people that I know, and I thought of you, and I just wanted
Casey Jones knocked out the park.
Somebody did know. You were here last week,
40
right?
seconds.
Right.
Rose, you were here last week. If you would please stand up and tell your story. That's all right. That's not a practice. It's not get good. We got to
Just stick
practice.
in there, you got bronze this week, and we'll forget all about the other stuff.
So,
I'm Rose Brad. I got introduced to Seacret by saying, come take a look at this opportunity. Said, okay, I'll look. When I tried the products, I got hooked. So the products are my big first push. The reason I'm doing it is my sister just took a second fall from a ladder, this time story. Last time it was 2 stories.
I feel her pain.
She got hers this week. She's just got very badly bruised damage. She's 56. She's never 20 years old. So that's why I'm really pushing her Seacret. That's why I became bronze this week.
woo!
You about an opportunity that you can't pass up. Just wonderful.
You guys, you gotta know your story. You gotta, if you don't have your story, you gotta get that.
And I would say, again, if you weren't here last week or you're brand new, get with your help on you develop that story.
No, and the only thing I can expand on that is you guys that have been in the business for a while, your family and friends know that you're doing Seacret. They just don't know why you're doing it. So as soon as you know why you're doing it, it's easier for them to get behind you and support you. Because they want to support you once they know why you're doing what you're doing. See what I'm talking about? They don't want to support, your family and friends don't want to support you if you don't know where you're going. The more crystallized you get your story, the more detailed you get about where you're going and how confident you are that you're going to get there, the easier it's going to happen for you. All right, guys. So our next topic that we're going to talk about is 3-way calls and why 3-way calls. How many of you guys have ever done a 3-way call before? I'm not talking about back in the teenage years when you're in business. All right.
today.
3-way calls are really, really fun. I love doing them. I think they really take the pressure off of doing the business. So before we kind of go into like the whole mechanics of why do 3-ways and that type of stuff, we kind of want to lay out a foundation, all right? We want to talk about the purpose of a 3-way call, right? So first thing, guys, is this is the purpose of a 3-way call, is they utilize third party, all right? So some of you guys are probably wondering, like, what the heck is third party? So
Ain't no party.
let's go ahead and
They want to share with you about the power of third party, especially when it comes to 3-way phone calls. What I've come to find out inside of this business is that, unfortunately, the people that you know, your warm market, have very little respect for you. And it's because they trust you. And here's what we come to third party. If this is you, okay, and these are the people that you know, okay, these are your prospects, or some of them are considered suspects, you know. These are the people that you want to share with your incredible business, your incredible service with. And unfortunately, there's very little respect when it comes between you and the people that you know. Why? Because they know you. They know everything about you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the really ugly. So these people that are your warm market have very little respect. But what you guys do have is you have a thing called trust. Okay? Meaning that's why they'll take a recommendation from you about a good movie, a good restaurant. If a stranger walked up to you and said, hey, you gotta see this movie, you'd be like, oh, okay, no, I don't, weirdo, go away, But if a friend said, oh my God, you gotta see this movie with the same passion and intensity, you'd be like, really? Okay. So you'll take a recommendation from a friend or family and somebody that's in your warm market because you guys have trust there. And usually the more trust you have, the less respect that you have. That's why, because there's love there. You know that, well, if I don't show up to their, in-home presentation, it's okay. They'll still love me tomorrow. Whereas if it's a boss, okay, there's less usually trust and more respect. And therefore, if you don't show up on time or do the things that you're supposed to, there could be a loss of a relationship. So here's what we've come to find out is that people, or your prospects or suspects, they do have respect for an expert. Now, an expert is basically anything but you, really. This is really where the third party comes in. Now, the best party is always third party. For those of you that like partying, third party in this business always wins. Always. Why? Because it will duplicate. Because third party doesn't have anything to do with you. It's kind of like directing traffic. I don't know if you've ever seen people in the middle of the road or police officers, when they come where they're doing, there's directing traffic, left, right, this way. Can you imagine if they just stood in the middle of the road and didn't do anything? That's first party. What happens if that happens? Yeah, you get hit, you die. You don't want to die, right? And so in this business, it's kind of like directing traffic. So when people are coming at you, prospects are coming at you, asking you questions, what you want to do is you just want to direct traffic. You want to direct them to the website. You want to direct them to, another person. You want to direct them to an event. You want to direct traffic towards third party. Why? Because anybody can do that. Instead of being the expert, don't stand in the way of your own success here, guys. It doesn't help you, I promise. All right, so third party, an expert, that could be, a DVD, it could be a tool, it could be a website, it could be a presentation or an event. But I'm going to talk to you guys about using an expert as a three-way call. Now, a three-way phone call is basically, you can use that with anybody who understands the system. And the three-way phone call as the expert, I'm not going to do this training as the expert, but more so as you getting your prospects or suspects on the phone with a three-way phone call expert. And what you're going to do to complete this whole thing is you're going to do something called edification. Meaning, all you got to do is speak highly of the person that you're going to introduce your person to. Because what that's going to do is that's going to build the respect. This particular model, with the trust that you have and the respect that you build with an expert, I'm telling you, this is what's built huge organizations inside of our business. And the teams that are doing more three-way phone calls, their business is growing. The teams that are doing less three-way phone calls, their group business is shrinking. Why? Because there's less duplication, there's less third party, there's less stories. People always want a second opinion, and so this is great because putting them on the phone with someone else with a positive story, positive experience is a great way for them to have a second opinion. Usually before a lot of people buy something, they always want a second opinion. This is a great way for that. But here's how you get to the three-way phone call. Because first, before you put somebody on the phone with an expert, they need to have something to talk about, meaning they need to have seen some information. So they need to see the website, the DVD, listen to something, right? And there what you're going to do is transition. Now, I'll let you know a few things that have helped me transition, because when I follow up with somebody that I've exposed to this business, there's the money question, which is, what did you like best? I don't care what they thought. I just want to know, what did you like best? And from that, I'm going to find out if they are serious curious, because you're only going to get a few different responses. They're going to be negative, or they're going to be inquisitive. They're going to start asking questions. Now, a negative response is that's stupid, or that's a scam, or something like that. Then I'm just going to drop the subject. That's it. Well, thanks for taking a look. I really appreciate it. Who do you know? Can I keep you informed? That's about it. Who do you know? Can I keep you informed? Right? Who do you know that you think maybe this wouldn't be stupid for? Right? But those are negative. Positives are easy. If they say, "Oh, this is awesome, tell me more," then obviously it's an easy way. Well, great, let me introduce you to somebody I'm working with. It's an easy transition. But a lot of times that's not what you're going to get most of the time. Negative, you're not going to get most of the time. Most of the time you're not going to get this work, or what is this, or is this like one of those things, or I don't know if I have the time to do this. You're going to get an objection or a question, or I don't know if I've got the time, or all these things that come up. And on a different video, I'll go over objections and how to overcome them in your business. But with this, I want to talk about kind of transitioning. So what did you like best? They say, well, the service sounds great, the product sounds great. All you can say is, well, you know what? I like that too. Whatever they say great. I liked it too, because I'm assuming you liked it as well. All right, so I like that, but here's what I love. I love the mentorship program. I love the fact that there were always people that were there to actually help me. In fact, I'd love to introduce you to one of the people that I'm working with that has had a tremendous amount of success, loves helping people, has been helping me out a ton, okay, knows 100% of the facts, and is just a blast to work with you to hear their story, their experience with this business. Hang on one quick sec. And I just call my expert. Now, obviously, you want to make sure you have your expert available before you give them a call. Text message is a great way. Hey, are you open for a three-way phone call? Or maybe you called them earlier and said, hey, I'm going to be doing follow-up phone calls for the next hour. So a very simple way, just make sure you have an expert available. But I don't ask for permission. I'll say, hey, would you like to speak to someone else? No, I don't say, yeah, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to talk to someone else because that's the next step. People always kind of like, what's the next step? Well, I don't know. I'm not in charge. I love saying, I don't know. I'm not in charge. But I can introduce you to the people who know everything. They ask a question. They'll be like, look, I don't want to give you a partial answer. I'd rather give you 100% the answer. So actually, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm new. I'm just getting started. But I'm working with people who know everything. In fact, hang on. Let me see if I can get them on the phone so I can actually get that question answered for you. Where they want to know, well, how does this all work? Well, they've got some incredible events. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could open some doors for you. Maybe introduce you to somebody. So here's two lines that I love. The mentorship program. I love saying I'm not in charge. I love saying I could open some doors for you. So introduce you to somebody. I'm directing traffic. I'm just getting it out of the way. So that way, this isn't about me. This isn't about my story. This isn't about my success or maybe lack thereof because maybe I'm brand new. This is just saying, look, I can introduce you to the right people, meaning I know the right people because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I know the right people. And so the three-way phone call is incredible. Now, as an expert, we'll do another training, another video on being an expert on the three-way phone call and your role. But really, it's just to share your experience, relate to the person you're talking to, find out what it is, their reason maybe they might want to do this business, okay, and find out are they ready to get started or do we need to direct them to more information? Invite them out to an event or direct them to some more information. That's about to answer the question. So as an expert, it's pretty simple, and you'll learn that. And how you get good at becoming an expert is you just do this a bunch and you listen to your expert because it's an ultimate field training program in this business. And so using three-way phone calls is crucial to your business. I hope this model kind of helps and you kind of see it. But more importantly is when you start to do this and teach it, this is implication and the freedom, because once you teach it and they can teach it and they can teach it, eventually you'll have people doing three-way phone calls for their team, and that frees you up to basically do whatever you want. So you can start building more organizations, or you can spend more time with family, or doing more things that you love and more of the things that you're excited about. So that being said, use these. They're awesome. They rock. You rock. Kick butt.
All right, guys. Angelo, if you could do us a favor and throw that video up on the Midwest group. So if anybody wants to reference back to that video, it'll be available.
From 16-year-old Jesse McPherson.
Good job.
So one thing, I have the same diagram drawn, but the reason he's got big ears and no mouth is because you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should use them proportionately. Listen to your prospects, and more importantly, listen when the three-ways happen.
If there's anything I quote from this, and I'm so glad that we played this, was don't even just listen for you. Listen so that one day you can teach this. Does that make sense? And eventually you're going to have a team sooner or later, right? Somebody has to teach them how to go in the field and do what you do, right? So guys, that's the importance of three-way calls, is to utilize third party. Now it's the experts, we'll go into it in the video, but I will touch on this one thing. So the expert's job in this whole process for your guests is to move them along in the exposure process, all right? It's to do the inviting for you. So if we have a live event, guess what they're going to do? They're going to promote the live event for you. They're going to help kind of maybe even form your prospect to see what it is that they're even really looking for, or if they're even open to taking a look. Does that make sense? Or they're going to get them to take a look at something, maybe a website. James Wood just put together a really good website that I use, thejobstopper.com. If anybody's wondering, thejobstopper.com. All right. Some people are looking to work their way out of a job. That's a great website that you can use. Or there's videos out there that you can use also. All right. So, and then another one of the reasons why you really want to do more three-way calls is because it takes the pressure off of you as a new agent. You don't have to know everything. That's the beauty of this process. So I challenge you, if you are not doing enough three-way calls, you should personally set a goal in your business to just do more. You would eventually get better at them. You'll get into a flow. You're probably gonna mess up with the first few ones, which is okay. All right, we're business partners. I promise you. The first ones that we did were bad. So we eventually got really, really good at doing them. All right, so if you've been around for a while, I challenge you not only do more of them, but to start doing them for other people. Step up. This place needs more people.
I have a hilarious story about Jesse on a three-way call. By the way, if you're going to get someone on a three-way call and you think that the person is bilingual, make sure that they actually can speak Spanish. Because I thought Jesse, this is when we were working together. First, I thought, well, I said, I'm like, bro, like this dude is, it's a little bit of a language barrier. He's like, cool man, get down the line. And I'm like, awesome. And then I was like, why is he speaking English? Why is he speaking Spanish?
I was derived from the hood, and then I'm Mexican, so it's kind of like a hoodsican. All right, guys, that was just joking.
I'm not. That was really awesome. Like 8 years ago. Yeah,
How many Garcias don't speak Spanish?
I know. I was like, bro, why were you speaking English? He's like, dude, I don't speak Spanish. And I'm like,
you learned something that day, right?
yeah.
All right, so Steve, if you want to kind of go on the psychology, I know he kind of hit on some of the diagram stuff. But what is some of the psychology of why people would listen to an expert versus you?
Well, I got an example. So, who has kids in the room? You ever told your kid something and they didn't listen to you, but then a complete stranger tells them to do it? That's kind of how this works. So that's my example for this book. The psychology behind it is, like Jesse kind of said, your prospects trust you, but they don't respect you, so they will blow you up. But if they commit to the expert, who people view things in a 9-to-5 corporate structure. So they kind of view the expert as your manager or your boss. So if they commit to them, they're making you look bad. Which is a whole lot different than blowing you off and then saying, oh, I was tired, I worked all day, and you forgive it. So just a little.
So even if you want your inviting to get stronger, your confirmations, get someone else involved. All right. So he gave an example about a kid. I mean, it could be another example. Has anyone ever told like a best friend something, maybe your girlfriend, like, man, this guy's probably not good for you, all right? Mm-hmm. They didn't really receive it or listen to you, and the next thing you know, they have to kind of see it for themselves, or someone else comes along. Same scenario, guys. There's a psychology behind this, and you got to get yourself out of the equation, all right? So next, we're going to kind of go into edification. Jesse McPherson hit on edification, and I promise you, this is the foundation of this whole process, right here. All edification is just really speaking highly of somebody, and all right, I mean, he talked about a couple different ways. So some of the definitions of how you can edify somebody is, this person's not only are they have a lot of success in the business, they're helping a lot of people. Those are some of the things that you can use when you're speaking highly of somebody, right? They love to help people.
Love to have fun.
They love to have fun. All right. What else would you say, Tony? Like definitions of edification.
It depends on the person, but if you get stuck, the ones I always talk about are they love helping other people, they love having fun, they're having a lot of success, and they're helping a lot of people have success. I mean, it's really, like I say, the same stuff every time, because that's just about everyone who's active in their business. If you're actively building your secret business, you love to have fun, you love helping people, you're having success, and you're helping other people have success. I mean, that's it. That's all I use, really.
Therese, what would be some examples you would give on edification?
So what you're going to want to do with edification is you're going to want to feel out your prospect and know their personality type. There's 4 different personality types. We will not get into that today. If you are new to the business and you don't know what the personality types are, please speak with your upline or your sponsor, because they can help you identify what those 4 personality types are. But after you've identified those personality types, you may have a great relationship with the person that you're edifying, but has anybody in the room besides me ever been on a 3-way call and froze up because you didn't know what to say when you're edifying somebody? like it seems so natural, and then all of a sudden you're on the phone with the other person, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't remember one thing. So some good fallbacks for that would be they love to have fun. If I was, getting Stephen Raymond on a three-way call, I would say, oh my gosh, my business partner, Stephen Raymond, he loves to have fun. Another good one you use is he's helping a lot of other people have success right now in the Midwest. You can also use that he or she is also having themselves right now in the business. So those are just some really good fallbacks. And sometimes you don't end up doing a three-way call with that person that you're most comfortable with. Something happens, something comes up, and you have somebody else that you're using as a backup for that three-way call. You might not know that person quite as well as that relationship you had with your original expert. So those are just some really good backups to have so that you can kind of default back to them in case you get stuck a little bit with the edification piece.
For sure. So there was, and it kind of goes back to what Steve was talking about. Last week's homework assignment was master your story. But you remember we also told you to learn other people's story? See, because the better you learn other people's story, the easier it's going to come for you to be able to tell someone else's story to edify them. It becomes like more natural.
I heard it said once that facts tell, stories sell.
So that's absolutely right. So anything. Think about how many of you guys go to church? Raise your hand. You guys went to church because you were told a story. You joined because of a story. Think about it. Whether it was whatever you believe in, or maybe how that environment helps somebody that you know. So it was a story. People join things because of stories. So just understand the same thing with this business. They're going to join this business because of a story. Story of how these products either help somebody, or stories on how the business opportunities help somebody.
Everyone wants to hear a good story, right? Gossip, right? Drama, humor, tragedy, heartfelt love. It's why we love movies. It's why we love certain songs. It's why we love story, from little kids to even grown-ups now. Everyone loves a good story. So you become a good storyteller, and this business can take a life on its own.
Sure. So let's recap, guys. We talked about the purpose of a three-way call. We talked about the psychology behind it. We talked about edification and its importance in this process. Now we're going to go into, which is going to be Sharice, all right? So Sharice is going to kind of go into, all right, so what is the process? How do we really get this thing going?
Preparation.
Preparation stage.
Yeah, so preparation, guys, I love to prepare, sometimes over-prepare for everything, but I mean, preparation really is the key to anything. This is a bit just like anything in life, there is a process too. So some of the preparation that's included with your three-way calls is that you for sure want to give your expert a heads up and lock down an approximation of like date and time that you're going to do the three-way call. And just spring it on your prospect or spring it on your expert either. Preparation really is going to be key in that. You're also want to give. You're also going to want to give your expert information on the person that you're about to put them on the phone with, right? Like, there's nothing worse than getting on the phone and not knowing anything about the person, and just having that awkward kind of dead air and that silence, right? Where you're just kind of, it's just really awkward, and it makes it uncomfortable not only for the expert, but it also makes it very uncomfortable for that person on the other line, because now their guard is up a little bit, wondering like, what the heck is really going on here? Like, what are you really trying to sell me here, right? And then you're going to also want to get a backup expert, like I just mentioned before. Let's just say hypothetically, I'm getting Jesse Garcia on the phone as my expert for a three-way call, because I have somebody that speaks Spanish, but then I find out that Jesse Garcia doesn't speak Spanish. I cracked myself up. Okay, just kidding. But again, let's just say for some reason I'm getting Jesse Garcia on the phone and I've prepped him, but all of a sudden family emergency comes up. Jesse, tells me I can't do your call at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'm going to managing Greco and say, hey brother, I have a three-way call coming at 3 o'clock. Can you get on this call for me? So just making sure that you have a backup plan just in case they don't answer, they don't show up, an emergency happens, whatever the case may be, life happens. So
back in the day,
I would suggest texting everyone.
Yeah, we used to have a list in our phone We would send a text message to like 10 people, say I'm doing a 3-way call, or I'm about to do my 3-way calls, or I'm doing my follow-ups, who's available, and yeah, it's really.
We kind of got a chat, which is you know, some of the people that we utilize a lot that I know for a fact when we do 3-way calls, they knock them out. So you know, that's your responsibility as an agent, is for you to network with your other business partners in the marketplace, and you assemble your team of people that you can go to. So when it's time for you to make some calls, you have as many people available as possible. James knows. Well, you know, when we post up in our thread who's available for a 3-way call, and then people are responding in that thread. All right. So even if you don't have that thread, you guys know you got that Midwest group, right? Post up there. Hey guys, all lined up for 4 o'clock today. Is anyone available? Somebody will respond on that post. It's just not happening enough.
Now there are situations like, you know, I love giving Casey a hard time because, you know, he's like my kid, but but today he got me on a 3-way call with Andy, right? Andy? Yeah. And it was like spur of the moment. We really didn't have time to do preparation. It was pretty much, hey man, I wanted to come on to the VIP event tonight, 3-way call. And it was like on the spot. So those are going to happen. But when we were talking about the flow of your initial contact and follow-up, one of the key things, according to Eric Worre, is after Martha says, yes, I'll watch that video, my next question needs to be what? How soon can you watch it, Martha? I really want to get your feedback. How soon can you watch about your opinion on this, right? How soon? Because then you know, she says, I can watch it tomorrow at 2 p.m. I say, great, watch her my text at 2:15. Now I know I can get, Jesse, I'm following up with Martha. She's already seen one video. I can give him her background, say, can you watch her my call around like 2:15, 2:30-ish, because I'm going to follow up with her and I'm going to get on the phone and tell her my story. I want to get you in a 3-way call. So do you see how, guys, everything builds off of each other? Some people are wondering why you can't get people on 3-way calls. Well, you have to go back to the beginning, look at the foundation that you built. Did you schedule the follow-up time, right? Was there preparation into it? Okay. Does anyone add to that?
Background, Therese, background on prospect?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So guys, just understand, you know, it's a process. You got to listen, know, you got to kind of know, and a lot of that, if you're asking the right, the answers are in the questions. The answers are in the questions. If you're asking enough questions, you're really get the answers. People are looking for stuff. You know, they'll tell you what is it they're really looking for. You know, they're actually going to give you the prescription for what it is that they really want.
Right.
But are you listening, though, is the question. So Tony's going to go into how do we set up a 3-way.
Right. And we're all going to kind of contribute a little bit here with that, guys. But so here's what I found with a lot of new secret agents, right? You guys, you need to know step by step how to do this stuff. Sometimes we train so much on mindset that we forget that what was the reference I made this morning? I was like, you could be a lumberjack with no axe? Just an idiot. I'm just saying, when you're gonna go like punch a tree down, okay, you need to have tools. So these are like the tools, okay? Think about it. Did you just picture it? In my head, I pictured it. Right. So. Right. No axe. That's a lot of people are out there right now. So, remember the 4 fundamentals. I was introduced to Seacret by a friend of mine, right? What's the second story? What attracted you initially? I said I was hooked on these products. Like Casey said, it helped with my acne, right? Third component of your story is your long-term what? Why? Why are you really doing this business? Okay? Fourth is what? The reason. Yeah, the reason for my call, the reason I'm calling you, right? That is where you have what's called a segment. It's a very, very important where people lose their momentum in their activity. Is to the story. How do you transition from the story to the 3-way call, right? It's in those transitional periods that people don't know what to do, then they get scared and they don't want to do it. They're frightened or they have fear because they're not sure what to do. So here's what you do. That last part is the reason I'm calling you Andy is because Write this one down, guys. Just who I knew that was genuine compliment. Andy, my business partner, asked me who I knew that was like the most awesome person on planet Earth. I thought about you. I thought about you. Martha, my business partner, asked me, you know, who did I know that was the most motivated, like, helpful person, and I thought about you.
Who had the best attitude? Who was business minded? Who was cool? Who was sharp? I mean, you heard him say it earlier. Cool and sharp. Who's the most motivated person? Who you admire the most?
For those of you that are expanding into areas, my business partner asked me, we were talking about expanding in Cincinnati.
Who did I know in Cincinnati? Right. That's it. Okay. That's how you transition from telling them your story. Listen, I looked at this and I saw this. I was excited about it. Right. The reason I'm calling you, the reason why I'm calling you is because my business partner asked me who I knew in Florida, who I knew that was sharp, who I knew that was motivated, who I knew that was awesome, who I knew that was talented, who I knew that was detail-oriented and analytical. Right? I'm just saying, you can use it for anything. I thought about you. Now, let's just get this one down. I was talking to them about you. I mentioned you to them, right? I was just talking. Hey, my business partner asked me, who do I know who's amazing? And I was just talking to them about you. Okay? You see how now this is leading up to getting my business partner on the phone, right? This is so, guys, this is money. So money you don't even know. You gotta write this one down. You have to hear their story. You have to hear them. And then the edification process begins. Now, you're not going to tell their entire story, right? You're going to give little bullet points, and Sharice is going to give an example of, oh, wait, no, I'm doing it. Amy Lingard. Where's Amy Lingard? I love it. It's so funny that this worked out like this because we were talking about you this morning when we were doing our mastermind session, and we were going to have an opportunity to edify Amy genuinely. Ladies, right? We were out there. What did I say? What were some things I said about Amy Lingard?
That she was the most helpful person. You said a lot of things.
That's the truth. If you know Amy, that's the truth.
Right. So here's some things. Like, let's say that I want to get a young lady on a three-way call. I'm going to call Amy Lingard. I'm going to set it up and make sure Amy Lingard knows that I'm getting her on the phone with someone. And then real quick, just a couple bullet points, I can say, listen, I'm
Sharice, that's hard to see out there.
Yeah. So I can tell you, right, you know, my business partner asked me who I knew that was really sharp, really motivated, right? And I thought about you. I was actually telling her about you, okay? She's super excited to meet you. You got to hear her story. She's a full-time teacher, right, that builds this business part-time. She's got 2 beautiful kids, and she's amazing. She loves helping people. She's having a lot of success. She's helping a lot of people have success. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can get her on the line. She's super busy. Hang tight. Don't ask, can I get you on the phone with her? Don't ask, would you like to talk with her? It's, my business partner told me, who asked me, who do I know who's amazing? I thought about you. I was telling him about you, right? Edify Amy, right? And then just say, hold on, I'm going to see if I can get her on the line. And three-way her in.
Yeah. So what will happen is sometimes you're going to be on the call and you're going to use that. And as you're pulling the phone away from your ear to connect the other call, they're still going to be talking. They're going to be trying to ask you some questions. Ignore that. Call them anyway. Fill the expert in on who is on the other line, the prospect's name, like we said, the background, who, what, where, etc. Remind them in case, you know, especially the experts. I know that when we were doing three-way calls last week, me and Jesse had done so many together. Again, who are we talking to? So it'll happen. You will get to people who will hang up. I want to let you know that up front that they're kind of sorting themselves out. I love those. If they hang up, call them right back. We used to do this. Say, hey, I'm sorry we got disconnected. Hold on 1 second, and three-way again. That's awesome. We used to do this all the time. Have some fun. That's your practice. That's your opportunity to practice. Have fun. Mess with people. We mess with people all the time. All the time. I'm like,
I'm guessing you didn't have cell service or something. I know you wouldn't have just hung up
Drop
on me.
call, you must have some rent.
Right? That must. Switch to T-Mobile, we can help you out the discount.
No, don't go that route.
All right. So that's amazing.
Are we gonna do the exercise?
Yep. Okay, so again, talking about how to edify guys. When Tony was given the example of Amy Lingard, clearly he has a relationship with Amy, he knows her quite well. But a couple things to point out in that was he was, very genuine. Like, he was very genuine, elaborate or exaggerate on anything with her. He didn't lie, because that is awful. You shouldn't be lying about anything, period. So exactly, you don't need to, especially in this community, in this business. There are no need for lies. And he didn't give any specifics on she's making $1.9 million right now, or she makes an extra $1,000 this month, or no specifics. And there's a little bit of a reason behind that if you want to touch on that, Jesse.
I mean, in that segue, in that transition, you're just designed to be that part is just designed to be the trailer. Does that make sense? When you go see like a movie like what's out there right now, Fast and Furious 7? Does the trailer, is it a good movie? But did the trailer make you want to see it? Right? But did the trailer give you the entire plot of the story and who dies at the end and who lives at the end and who steals whose girlfriend and all that, right? No, right?
Sounds
the movie,
juicy.
right? Doesn't it sound juicy? I just made that part up. But the main part is, guys, the trailer just kind of piques your interest to want to go watch it. The same thing about when you're telling that little bit about the story, it just kind of piques the interest to make you want to get on the phone and meet that person. Does that make sense? So, it's all in the questions you ask. What else would you say about this transition piece before we go into the example?
I wanted to touch on something too with that you kind of talked about this morning. One of the reasons why you're not going to give specifics on your expert's income is probably because you don't know what level of income the person that you're getting on the phone with is. So, if Steve and Raymond gets the expert on the phone with somebody who's already making 6 figures a year, and now we're talking about Amy Lingard, who's supposed to be the expert, you're saying, oh, she's making an extra $500 a month with Seacret. Is that really going to be a big deal to that person that's already making 6 figures, right, a year? They don't care. They're already pulling in the call, and vice versa. If it's somebody.
At that point, it's not necessary. Jesse McPherson said something when we were in Indiana in the month of January. He says, when you edify somebody, only if you ever mention their income, only mention whoever you're dealing with. See, the average person only gives themselves to make twice the amount of money that they're making. Think about it, guys. Whatever you're making right now, the majority of people have only given themselves permission to make double that. So the minute, when I first joined this industry, I met somebody who was making $40,000 a month. I'm like, unbelievable. How the hell can you make $40,000 a month? You know why I thought that? Because I was a $40,000 a year type of person. I never given myself permission to make that kind of money, so it almost seemed like it was unreal, and like if it was impossible. Does that make sense? So don't talk big numbers. The only time you will see me edify the type of income that John Malat makes is when if I'm on the phone or if I'm dealing with someone who makes that type of income. Well, you make good money, right? But how much are you working to make that money? See what I'm talking about? I know somebody who's you're making 6 figures. I have a business partner of mine who's making 6 figures a month from the comforts of his own home, part-time, not clocking in anywhere as his own boss. Do you think I got that person's attention?
Yeah.
Building this business around his family and everything that's important to him. See what I'm talking about? See, because just financial freedom in itself, if it doesn't come with time, because then it's coming with a price. Do you see how that person's more, not only, so you mean to tell me that there's an opportunity here that I can make good money, not only 6 figures, but 6 figures a month type income, from home, around everything else. See what I'm talking about? They want to know what that person knows.
So we're gonna do an exercise.
Yes.
Everybody, turn to the person next to you. Yes, you guys here, partner up, partner up, partner up. Ready, crew, partner up, partner up. 2, that's right. Everyone partner up. Partner up. So what we're going to do is we are going to do an exercise.
right, guys, real quickly, just, we're gonna next edification. You saw in the video, you know, how that's one of the most important pieces of your three-way call is edifying the experts. So very quickly, we're gonna take 2 minutes. You're each gonna have a minute. And you are gonna, you might not know that person very well, so hopefully you were taking notes, and hopefully you wrote down some of the default statements that you can use to edify the person that is sitting next to you, okay? 2 minutes. I'm gonna give each person 1 minute. I'll tell you in between when to switch. Ready? Go.
All right, so for anyone watching back home, go find somebody, ask them their story, listen, all right?
All right, guys, time's up. Time's up.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Did it feel good to practice a little bit? Right?
I heard some great dialogue out there, actually.
Round of applause for you guys. All of you. A couple of things we're going to go over. We got 7 minutes left, okay? 7 minutes left. So we're just going to do some real quick do's and don'ts, but a couple of things that I heard us walking around, okay? Number one, don't refer to your expert as your sponsor or your upline, okay? That's not, that's industry jargon and language that other people won't understand. If you say, my sponsor, they're going to think you're an AA. Like, damn, I mean, I knew you had it rough.
And don't say boss. I mean, nobody joined this business to get another boss.
Here's language. What do you call me?
Business partner.
Business partner.
This is my business partner.
Business
We're all
partner.
business partners in this game.
Business partner, and he's a business partner and a very close friend of mine. Now, if you don't have that type of relationship, that's fine. But I would imagine that all of us are friends. You wouldn't be in this room unless you were amongst friends. They give you flat out. Yeah, but I'll be taxing, man.
Randy Brown, everybody.
I know. Okay.
No, but guys, I mean, obviously, you know, when you first do something, you're gonna be bad at it. What I encourage you to do is this right here with somebody at home, outside of a Monday night. Your significant other, your friend, call somebody. As a matter of fact, I know last week, you know, I broke my phone last week Monday, so I didn't get a chance to make as many calls as I wanted to with the exercise that we were doing. But I know some of you got a phone call. Tony, right? Some of you guys got a phone call. Practice your story 60 seconds, click, you know, but we're gonna get better at this, you know what I'm saying? So just understand, guys, how you get good at anything is just by doing it. You know, failure is just as much as part of success that anything else. For you, it's only failure if you don't learn from it. Right? So make this time getting it down. That's how it flows.
Do you guys want to make some phone calls up to people too? Hey, in 60 seconds, edify me, or edify someone. Do you guys want to do something like that again? This is with the edification.
Don't be surprised if we call you and ask you to give us a 60-second edification over the phone. Here's one thing that Steve just brought up that we didn't mention. When you have your expert on the line, and you've got your friend or prospect, okay, I've got Andy, right? Here's my expert, okay? Don't ever say, hey, Jesse, I've got Andy on the line with me at the same time, okay? It doesn't give your expert any time to ask any questions or get any additional information. So what you want to do is, I've got Andy on the phone. I'm going to say, okay, hold on, Andy. I'm going to see if he's available. I'm going to call Jesse.
Before you merge the call.
Before I merge the call, I'm going to say, Jesse, I've got Andy on the other line. It's the guy I was telling you about. Because now Jesse can say, hey, has he seen any additional information? Where is he at in the exposure process? Fill me in a little bit.
I won't do a three-way call unless somebody saw something.
What color is he? For those of you that haven't done the colors?
Not racial.
I was about to say.
Not racial.
Personality type. What
Personality, color.
Thanks for that. Thank you.
I'm just trying to tell James what color he is, okay?
What difference does it make, Clay?
And I would just add, make sure that you don't edify the expert while you're on the phone with the prospect, because it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nobody, because then it sounds like you're sweating that person.
So
That's what makes it.
So when you merge the call, you guys know how to do this, right? You merge the call, so now everyone's on the line. What you want to do is you want to make sure your guest is there. What's his name? Andy, how's it? Andy, are you on the line?
Yes.
Great. Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Hey, Jesse, this is my friend Andy. Thank you so much for making your time.
Now it's my job to lead this call. I know exactly what I'm about to do. Remember, I'm gonna get him out to see something. I'm gonna do the inviting for you. It's his job to shut the hell up.
Right.
Is that okay?
But you see
Can we keep it real?
You hand the call to your expert.
He's working for you. Let me work for you. I'm gonna get them to see something. I'm gonna get them out to look at something. The best thing you can do, because I promise you, I've done three-way calls where somebody talked over the whole conversation and they killed the entire call, and it's like almost like you took money right out of the call.
What I actually do is I use my line.
Yeah, I knew mine. Knew your line. Take notes.
So these are like do's and don'ts.
Right, Jesse. So after you talk to my prospect,
I'll cue you back in.
I'm gonna stay on the line and tell him everything else, right?
No.
Oh,
No. As a matter of fact, as soon as we get done with the call, you get off the phone.
ASAP.
I just had somebody. All right, I had somebody call me with a person that even makes more money than us. This person makes $1 million a year, and how they got me on the three-way call with this person was they just put me straight on the phone with them, without them seeing anything, and without prepping me or letting me know who this person was. Nothing. I found out the person's story after the call. You know what I'm saying? And just like, why? Just because we're us? No, that's not how we operate. You know what I'm saying? We got to do things a little bit more professional, a little bit more tact. You know. So they put me on the phone with somebody, and fortunately, through experience, I was still able to get them to take a look at something. And then after, I was like, listen, if I sent you something right now, I don't even know if this would even be for you or not. Probably not. As a matter of fact, you're doing really well where you're at. All I know is maybe you know somebody who this might be a good fit for based on our timing situation, right? If I sent you some information right now, can you evaluate this and maybe refer some people and support this person? Yeah, I can do it. All right, cool. I'm gonna send you some information right now. When is the best time that we can follow back up after you watch this information? She was like, listen, I won't have time to watch it tonight, but I will this weekend. Let's touch base on Sunday. So I knew right there, as I was passing the call back over, person says, oh, don't hang up. The person said, don't hang up, something like that. I still want to talk or something like that. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Hang up. I'm texting them like, listen, hang up. You're going to talk them right out of the opportunity. They were already willing to look at something. You're new. You're inexperienced. That person is very experienced. They're and you don't know what the hell you're doing. The best thing for you to do is just get off the phone.
Exactly. So I would say that at the end of the call, the prospect is going to try and ask you some questions. Well, tell me a little bit more about this. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, how does this work? How does that work?
Be in a hurry.
That is your best to get. To be in a hurry, I would say refer back to whatever the expert just said for you. If they said a one-on-one, if they said invite to the VIP event, whatever it may be, hey, that's a great question. We're actually going to go over that at next Monday. Go ahead, James.
I think so. Something to tie into that. When you pick the phone up first to reach out to somebody, the first thing you say is, hey, Steve, look, I only got a minute to talk. I don't have a lot of time to be on the phone. I'm in a hurry. We've set the call up for, this isn't the time to talk about the bad news. This isn't the time to ask about questions. So that way they're not
And I'll tell you, James is so good at that, he even does it with me.
Even when there's no three-way calls.
He moves with purpose. Time is money.
Hey, man, we're all in a hurry. We're all busy people. Yes.
I have a question. I want to know if you mentioned that you say the extra will not be prospect of the
Just something. I personally won't do a three-way call unless they saw something.
Video.
What can I, how, because what you're doing is you're creating more work than what's really necessary.
Because now we have to do a full-blown presentation.
What if you send them to the way to my website and you give them the website?
People don't make decisions. I never send people directly to my website.
Think about this.
Never. What's an
is-
exposure?
What was our system? What do you start off with?
Video.
The video. And then what do we move to? Your story. And then what do we move to? Three-way call. So if you follow that system, I would never send someone to my website. I'll be honest.
They would look on there as retail price, and if they weren't educated enough to know that, you can get these products 70% off.
Right, they don't know that. They go and see $349 for Recover Mask. You're out of your damn mind. I'm not interested in listening.
And they haven't watched the
Had that.
video. They don't know nothing about
Done.
the technology.
Done.
They haven't seen no before and after pictures. They would prejudge everything else based off.
Your stuff expensive. I don't want to see nothing.
So, do we have a couple examples of other types of use?
Perfect. Other types of other ways you would use a three-way call.
Welcoming someone to the team.
Welcome someone, guys. So important. How many of you have
3 to 5 of them.
brought on a new agent? How many of you have ever brought on a new agent? How many of you have gotten every new agent you've ever brought on a welcome call?
But that is a great opportunity for you to just even practice, even with agents.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce them to as many people as possible.
Also, let's say that during our process, because I sent Andy a text message, Andy, what's going on? Quick question, what's up? Hey man, what are you doing Monday night? Nothing. Cool. I really want you to come out, check something I'm really excited about, need your feedback. Awesome, I'll be there. Okay, cool. It happens, right? Now I want to get the video in front of him, but in the meantime, be like, hey, listen, I have to get you in touch with one of our event coordinators. It's a term I use all the time. I have to get you in touch with one of our event coordinators, right? Or get you in touch with one of my business partners who's helping run the event so they can confirm your attendance. It's a VIP event, invitation only, limited seating, kind of a big deal. Okay, right?
You can use three-way calls to promote confidence.
Absolutely.
So if you have an agent that's in the business, that's on the fence about, you can go all the way out to Phoenix and go to a convention. Get them on the phone with somebody who has more success than you, as far as why they should go. Confidence is a chase somebody's life.
Ignacio?
You know how sometimes you have an organization that's growing, and people are popping up on the time.
Yeah.
What I would do, or
Watch
something
your
that
timeline.
Jesse's doing, what I would do is I would in person, right when I see him, them popping up on the timeline, and this is how we reach out to them. This is how we do it. Good morning, Mr. Vote Agent. I'm Wisconsin. I just wanted to welcome you to the team. You're working with a great leader, whoever, brought that person on.
And find the sponsor.
Yep, edify the sponsor. And Chad, man, really respect it. I can't wait to officially meet you in person so I can help you build. This is my cell phone number. Lock me in. I'm part of your support team. It's my responsibility to help serve you and help you become successful. If you're willing to work, I'm willing to work with you. Welcome. Reach out anytime if you have a question and need an answer. And cannot, for some reason, get a hold of them, please. Don't hesitate to reach out. Looking forward to adding value to you. You can text message, call, or stay connected. Facebook name, boom. Then I can add you to our Midwest page so you stay caught up in everything that's going on in the Seacret.
Or you can condense that, it's up to you.
The most important thing, now check this out. But the most important thing is that even if Cha quit, imagine this, guys. If that person's sponsor quit, but because Ignacio reached out to them and established a relationship and was willing to support them, guess what? That person is still sticking around.
Right.
Because they still feel that support.
That's key. Also, you can identify what's not happening in your organization. I sent out a text message to a brand new agent and introduced myself, said, put me in your cell phone. By the way, how did your blueprint go?
Yeah.
You know what this agent told me?
They didn't do their blueprint.
What's a blueprint? So obviously I could see that they didn't know what the blueprint was. So then I had to reach out to their sponsor, and that sponsor was a brand new agent. So then I had to reach out to their sponsor and let them know, listen, you got to make sure you take care of those brand new agents because they're like babies. You don't know what's going on.
Oh, then I would just copy and paste. That's every single person.
Make sure you can.
James,
So another time, to use a three-way call with a question, another time would be a question.
That one
So
wasn't it.
the prospect, you're moving them through some exposure, and they say, you know what is this proprietary thing? What is the info, what does it do? Sometimes even if you know the answer, the best thing to do is say, you know, that's a good question. Hang on a second.
Even if you know the answer, you do it all the time.
Yeah, even if you know the answer. The reason why is, our goal is to instill confidence in people that they can do what we do. So if you put someone else on the phone, Jesse, for example, when you edify, the answer to, it makes that other person feel like, man, even I can do this. This dude won't even know all the answers. I can do this. I can call someone for an answer. So huge.
So I know we're kind of going through some of the inviting ways to get someone to take a look at the business. But guys, this stuff works to get someone out to come take a look, to come out to a party. You know that? So check this out. Remember when Tony said this is a transition thing? My business, who I knew that took care of themselves the most. Who do I know that looks the best? Who do I know that would appreciate good quality products? See what I'm talking about? And that's like planting the seeds to get them to take a look at the products. Same thing, guys. All right. You just got to kind of play with that genuine compliment. You don't want to insult. Any other do's and don'ts that you would say?
I would just say, I just wanted to touch on before, just when you have the expert on the phone, stop talking, and when the expert's done, hang up the phone and don't keep talking. Just something I want to stress, and again, we talked about how important education is. You know, just think about how valuable your time is and how valuable the expert. So why would you spend all that time edifying, right, your expert, only to just de-edify everything they said right after the phone call or during the phone call when you're talking over them or you're keeping them on the line for an extra 5 to 10 minutes to make yourself sound like the expert. Your own time, your own expertise, as well as your experts, because you know that's how you generate more people in your business. That's how you generate an income for yourself.
Also, when I first got into it, Tony will vouch for this, I used to pick on people. And by you keep talking and talking to them, you discourage them or you give them too much, it's just a bad mood.
So, and then last thing, guys, is look, I want to put a challenge out for this marketplace. You got some extra product right now? I got some. I will raffle for an M4, two prizes next week, Monday, for documented 3-way calls.
Boom.
Anybody needs some free product? Is anybody missing or an M? Can we just give you put us to work? Let us show you how to be a beast at 3-way calls.
Beast.
All right, that's it, guys.
Have a great night. Hang on. Wednesday night, right here in the room, 2 doors down, Van Gogh. For anybody that wants to get stronger in product training, tips and tricks with the products. Anybody want to learn how to do more spa parties? Anybody want to learn how to sign up, cut up? Couple of intimate training. For regional ticket, it's free. Other than that, it's $5. But it's going to be right here Wednesday night at 6:30, guys. All right, thank you.